last game of the evening is this lovely thing.
I'm going to... You know what? I'm actually going to try calling them. So.
What? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters?
Oh, dang it.
Space Quest 6.
Who are you going to call?
The Spinal Frontier. Now, I have the...
Teen Titans.
I have the European box here, which is a little smaller than the other one. And there's one screenshot on the back. They replaced the... actually, there's two screenshots that were replaced. The American one has the inside of Stellar's stomach with the escape pod in a slightly different position than it's in the actual game. And then it has a clip of Stooge Fighter. The European box has the Isle of Langerhans and the Shuttle Bay for no reason whatsoever. And the box contains a boring standard "this is how you play the fucking game" manual, which is in the jewel case of the CD. This is it. This is another one for some reason. And remember when I did the... I will forgive you if you don't, but remember when I did my ultimate playthrough thing of Space Quest 6, and I had this this thing where I said, by the way, if I ever find my old copy of Popular Janitronics, I'll make a video about, hey, I found my old copy of because I lost it at the time. This is actually it. I actually found the original copy from my old copy of Space Quest 6, bought in 1995, and it still has the... Also, it's falling apart. The front page is coming off. But here on the back of it... I have to be careful not to break it. In the back of it, here's the data quarter puzzle with circles around the actual solution. Back when I figured it out, look, I almost fucked up the last one. That's out of focus, obviously, because... Yay, camera. But anyway, so these are the actual notes from when I solved the puzzle back in the day when I was 15 years old. Hooray for me. Anyway, let's have a look at the manual in a bit more close-up, shall we? Hang on. I'm just going to bring it up on my screen here. Oop. Popular Janitronics. And, got to do the right transition. Screen standing there. There you go. All right. Our usual assortment of plugging, prodding, scraping, and buffing, parentheses, materials. Some of this is super funny, and some of this is a bit sort of out there. There's a whole page full of classifieds that are just really baffling to me. But anyway, Josh Mandel, Scott Murphy, and Leslie Balfour wrote the contents of this, so that's fun. Leslie Balfour ended up being the co-designer of the ill-fated Space Quest 7 that never got made, and obviously Josh Mandel was the original designer of Space Quest 6 along with Scott Murphy, but then Josh Mandel left the company halfway through development, Scott Murphy took over, and this thing came out sideways, as we all know. Mm-hmm. This letters to the editor thing is really weird. New job frontiers, slightly better, but this is apparently if you are a janitor and you consider your job boring, then you have these options: toilet bowl cleaning cartridge conscience. Toilet cartridges have become very popular because you just put them into the tank and you don't have to scrub. The problem with them is that it's very hard for ordinary citizens to remember when to pop in a new one. That's where you come in. Non-professionals register their names, phone numbers, and cartridge replacement with you and their cartridge change conscience. Your job is to call and remind them when it's time to change the cartridge. This is the perfect position for the sanitation engineer who wants to swap his squeegee for a desk job. Basically just call people and tell them to replace shit in their toilets. And this balloon angioplaster is actually a hint for one of the puzzles right at the end of the game where you're supposed to blow up the capillaries inside a stellar. Never realized that for the longest time. Which is kind of gross.
Trolls, would you like a limerick that someone just posted into the chat?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know about. Yes, please read that aloud. That is good.
Once a janitor hailing from Xenon, with a mop he used mostly to lean on. In the course of space trips, gained and lost several ships and met aliens he wasn't keen on.
And some of them he was more keen on than others. But yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one. This is how likely are you to get fired? It's one of those tests where A, you're just a do-gooder, B is a little wishy-washy, and C is just flat-out chaotic evil. The best one, I think, is when your boss asks you to play Cosmic Clown for his kid's 5th birthday, what do? A, offer to pay for the costume rental and cake yourself. B, agree to do it, then blackmail a coworker into doing it while pretending to be you. Or C, agree to do it, then show up at the appointed time, ask yourself, and tell the children that Cosmic Clown is dead. Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that one. When your boss criticizes your work unjustly, what do? A, listen politely and then apologize. B, lay the blame on someone else. C, climb onto your desk and hold up a piece of paper on which you've written the word union.
I get the feeling Roger probably answered B the first 4 games, and about the end of the 5th game, he started answering C.
Yeah, and in Space Quest 6, he is C all the way. Roger really went from bumbling idiot in 5 to just like casual cynic / kind of spiteful in 6. It's really weird. And here's a fucking homing beacon puzzle. The Golden Throne Award for Best Toilets. Judge Commode particularly enjoyed the company of Jed, a former marketing director who viewed his career change as a step up life's ladder. Good job, Jed. May your Johns always be clog-free. I'm getting a real, that kind of voice, that kind of, a lot of vocal frying going on right now. Yes. Lovely. And these are the classifieds. I don't get these. I mean, some of them are fun, like upcoming mating ritual. We'll film everything. From preparations for the nuptials right through consummation. Commemorate that special occasion in technology color. Call Fine Art Studios on Prozac. But some of them are just weird.
I get that they're referencing their own names, though. I see Balfour, Shockley, and a few others. So
oh, yeah.
they're definitely referencing everyone at Sierra, or at least on their team.
Yep. I don't think there's anything else. Ooh. Popular Janitor regrets the error and apologizes to the family of Velda Zinbogget, late of the galactic cruiser Hindenburg.
Oof.
And this one, I'm not sure about this one, but I think we need a female perspective on this one, because it's no, you can skip it. It's just I'm getting so many mixed signals from this one, and they're all bad.
Maxi squeegee. Oh God! Well,
yeah, there's the Maxi squeegee.
I feel offended.
It's a little girl wants to follow in her mom's cleaning footsteps, and of course it has wings. It's a hygiene product send up.
Why?
Yeah. Why indeed? There's no mess. The special patented wings trademark are so absorbent.
If they tell us Leslie wrote that and not under protest, I'm okay with it. Any other way, no.
I'm dead sure she did, because Leslie had a sick sense of humor. But yeah, this
okay.
This one makes me cringe a little.
Okay, if Leslie wants to cause cringe, that's fine. That's her choice. Anyone else?
She loved
anyone else. I'm like, dude.
Remember, Leslie played the lawyer in Current Inside Copy.
Oh yeah,
she's used to cringe.
Okay.
But yeah, so that one is good. So that's the manual. Let's just get into the game, because there's going to be a fairly long one, and it's nearly 4 a.m. So yay me. Let's go. And there's no giveaway for this one. Sorry. But
just so that you know, we thank you for staying up this late to hang with us and chill and celebrate hitting 5K. Which again, I'd like to say congratulations to Trolls for hitting 5K on YouTube.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Trolls, you've done good.
Thank you. Honestly, it's a bit of I mean, I get to sit back, stay up late, and play my favorite games. I'm not sure this is like worthy of applause or anything. I'm just shirking my responsibility as a dad and a family man at this point.
If
All
you
right,
can get
very
if you
good.
can get applause for that, I say take it.
And then, yeah, okay, yeah, you got a good point. Good point indeed. All right, so
Comedian, he does a bit. He's like everybody starts. He says, "Oh, I had a kid." The audience applauses, and he says, "Yeah, I had intercourse," and to remind people, it's awful.
No, dude.
Oh,
Again,
sorry.
always love your work and appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, dude.
Hopefully, I don't
Always
know
too
if you
kind.
can do it, but if you can beat it in 70 minutes or less, you'll beat 12 hours for your total stream time.
Oh, cool. Oh my God, the sound font is really loud.
Yeah, the music is way louder than the voice.
Yeah, that's the sound font we're using. It's an SC55 sound font that Brandon showed me. Yeah, the intro's not gonna make a whole lot of sense this way. Then again, actually, there isn't a lot of MIDI music in the intro, so yeah, we can.
At least it's dubbed, unlike Space Quest 4 without the patch.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, and check this out.
Roger Wilco, you have been judged.
There's one in the chat, Edenwaith. I'm amazed you're still going this late and still have one more game. Well, first of all, I fucking love these games. Second of all, I have the force of Iron Brew at my disposal.
Disintegrating a fellow officer.
Well,
I didn't know that was on 3DS.
Perpetrating a sequel without
I'm assuming it's a hacked 3DS so that he can run ScumVM or DOSBox or the equivalent.
Oh, right.
It's very easy to do that. You can just soft mod them.
What are we talking about?
3DS.
Harry Marty 314 in the chat is playing the Space Quest 6 demo right now on 3DS.
On his 3DS, right. I will nearly bet anything that it's a ScumVM fork. Let me see if I can... new brew. Well, it's the energy brew. But yeah, it's all new brew. Yeah, ScumVM on a hacked 3DS. There we go.
You are to be decommissioned. You are hereby.
Brew seems to go
Hopefully you will be
sour
able
after
to
time.
sleep. Hopefully you will be able to get to sleep after all the Iron Brew energy, though. That might be a problem.
Oh no, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I have to drive an hour to pick up the wife and kids and an hour back in the morning. So there's that. I'll see if I get done at around, let's say, maybe if I can do this in an hour, if I get to bed around 5 a.m., this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll get about 5 or 6 hours of sleep. That should be good. I'll be okay. I'll be fine.
I'll be precious as a daisy.
Maybe not. If I can do this game in an hour, that's actually maybe I should get like a speedrun award for that or something.
I'm gonna check speedrun.com for Space Quest 6 right now and see what it is.
Has anyone actually speedrun Space Quest 6?
I'm willing to bet there are Space Quest games, maybe not a certain specific ones, but I'm willing to bet there's some on here.
Oh yeah, people.
There is a listing.
There's people who speedrun Space Quest 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, first place, 80%, 48 minutes 52 seconds. If you beat it in an hour, you're in third place.
Oh, cool. But I'm not actually. I mean, I'm not gonna skip all the dialogue and such, so it's not really a very good speedrun.
You'll never make it. Yeah, that's what speedruns do. Is they skip everything as much as they can.
Yeah. Oh shit! I locked my cat in the room, so I just have to go open the door. The cat can't get out, and if he can't get out, he starts pissing everywhere.
Deep shit 86.
Here you go, kitty. I'm sorry I closed the door.
Interesting parody of Deep Space Nine. I'll give it that.
Attention all hands.
Hello, here's my hands.
The most hilarious thing I heard about this is they actually counted, and Kielbasa does actually say a thank you for every actual member of the crew you see in the game. I thought that was a good bit of attention to detail.
Nice. Ribbons of Distinction says, the internet says Iron Brew tastes kind of like rust and battery acid, and it's magic. Yeah, everyone I know has a different idea of what Iron Brew tastes like. To me, it tastes a bit like orange soda and toothpaste. To others, it tastes like completely different things.
For me, it's creaming soda and Fanta, or orange drink, or whatever you guys call it.
I've never had the pleasure.
Oh, yeah, I got a milk bar just around the corner from my joint. The bloke the bloody Croatian fella goes, Michael, I got a big box of brew for you. And I'm like, sweet. And, lovely chap.
It seems to go sour after time. I'm not sure why.
Sour? Have you ever had a sour iron brew? Oh, that's not... I've never had an
I mean,
iron
like,
brew in my
it
possession
loses
long
its
enough.
sweetness somehow.
To me, it tastes like when you bite your lip and taste blood.
I don't care how you
Well.
Coppery? I don't know about that.
Justin Parker wants to know if Kilbasa is a Wing Commander Kilrathi reference. Yes, but his name is also a sausage, so there's a couple of things in there.
And I think his voice is supposed to be a Captain Picard joke.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Has anyone watched that new Picard show yet? I've got it there.
I hate it.
I have.
I hate it.
Watched a bit
Oh,
of
really?
it. I
It will be
really tried to
divisive.
finish it. Also, it came out right when my son was born, so I watched it like really late in the
that's
evening
right.
with my kid asleep on me, and there's a newborn kid, and I had no idea what to do with it, so I was just like watching this thing with half an eye. But even with half an eye, I could tell this thing went through too many rewrites.
I
Like
thought
this-
it did some interesting things, but particularly by the end, it kind of fell apart.
It went totally
I'm
to
more
shit.
interested to see how season 2 does, because most Star Trek stuff, first season or two, is usually junk.
Oh, I
The
thought it
original
was a
series is
one-off.
basically the one exception to that.
I thought it was a one-off. I thought they were not going to do
I
it
didn't-
anymore.
No, they're
I
doing a
did,
second
there's
season.
a second season. Q is in it.
So's
Oh.
Guinan.
Oh,
And
shit.
Guinan.
You and
Yeah.
Guinan are both in it. So that's why I'm like, okay, show me what you can do now.
I mean, yeah, the
No,
first season of
I'm-
TNG
I
was
didn't-
pretty stupid as well, so, you know, why not?
I didn't
mean,
recognize Star Trek at
season
all in
one
the
of
show. I could not
TNG
stand it.
Season 1 of TNG had Darkest Africa in space, let's be honest.
Yeah, that was really bad. That was sick.
But that was season 1, and what excuse do they have now in 2020, man?
It's season 1 again.
29.
Completely new.
Yeah, but
I
it's
mean,
2019, you know,
They
and
had
then they have a
15
lot
years of good Star Trek that they could have drawn on to
Exactly.
get something good, and they ignored all of it.
And they
I will
were
not give the show the
actual
time of day.
scriptwriters from TNG and DS9 and Voyager. They probably would have known. They had no excuse here.
as far as I'm concerned, it wasn't good. It wasn't enough for me to say I'm not interested at all. I'll give season 2 a chance.
I just
But-
noticed in the... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean
more.
to interrupt you. Didn't...
It's all right.
I just noticed Star Trek Discovery's acronym is STD.
I hope
You just noticed
Everybody
that?
noticed.
Just noticed that right now.
And then they
this
said,
second.
"Oh no, call it DIS." That's not even better. That's not better at all.
And,
Oh,
and
it's
Tuxter,
this.
Like Duke
And
Nukem Forever.
Tuxter?
It's just-
Tuxter, we've known that answer for a long time, and the answer is Cisco.
Oh my god, he scoots. See, there is a problem with this game, and that's the cycles in DOSBox cannot be set to max. It will mess with the scrolling, and the timer bug in sickbay will also rear its ugly head. So yeah, this will be fun. And his walking speed right there, I just put it up a smidge. So I'm really worried that I've just turned it down to 65%.
All right.
Let's see if this will fix things. People get bent out of shape if you call it STD, even though it's the correct acronym. Yeah.
Correct acronym is considered DIS.
Optics problem.
It's
At
more
this
like
point, I
an
don't
abbreviation.
Star Trek DIS.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and then keep in mind, the most hilarious thing to me was they actually had them wearing shirts reading disco on camera in the show itself. I was like, really? Really? Disco's dead. You want your show to be too?
Yeah.
I'd really
Star
like
Trek
to see
VD.
a movie. I'd like to see a movie wrapping up DS9 when he goes into the Prophet's Temple. I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
Never got that far.
The interesting thing about that was the original plan was he was going to say he wasn't coming back, and the actor himself protested that and said it rang too much. Avery Brooks rang too much like the whole black man abandoning his family and children. And
Which
he
was
wasn't
kind of the
comfortable
plot
with
to
that.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's just like
Captain Cisco just went out for some cigarettes.
yeah, exactly.
I was like, okay, I could see why he insisted on that, and it gave a good ending with the prophets. I could be back in 10 years, or I could be back yesterday. I thought that was a great line to go out on.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I never got that far in DS9.
It's wibbly. The prophets are wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. They're outside of linear time.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's making a reference.
As far as I'm concerned, the only Star Trek that still lives is the Orville.
Maybe you can help me out.
Amen.
And it's weird. I wanted to see that, but because Seth MacFarlane is involved, I'm a little wary about it.
I'm just waiting for the captain.
Great.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I'm just waiting for the captain to go, "You think that's bad?" And then it goes to some shitty joke that makes no sense in the story. But you know.
Thankfully, that hasn't happened.
No,
but I don't think the Orville's coming back. I think it's done.
There's a third season coming, but after that, I think it's done. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed the ID card on the bicycle. Hang on. I knew there was a reason I
in
went
the
back
first
to
season,
the first
it was kind of hard finding its footing and the right tone between jokes and serious, but it actually goes more towards the serious side. It just jokes every now and then. In the second season, it's great. It is great.
The advantage and the thing about the Orville is, what's her name? The lady who's the doctor on the Orville.
Cassidy Yates.
DS9.
Yeah,
she was
DS9, yeah.
Well, and she's also from 24. She was President Palmer's wife, aka the bitch, as my father put it. But yeah, and she defended being on more than one SF show. Arguably, that's the whole reason Deep Space Nine exists. Is J. Michael Straczynski brought his ideas for Babylon 5 to Paramount, and Paramount said, "Thank you, no." And then when Babylon 5 was going to be a thing on PTEN, they were like, "Okay, we need to compete with this. Make Deep Space Nine." There's a lot of stuff in Deep Space Nine that you look at and you're like, they just ripped off J. Michael Straczynski, didn't they? And yeah, they kind of did.
I've never watched much Babylon 5, but I find it very impressive that he pretty much single-handedly wrote the entire show for 1 million different episodes and seasons and TV movies and whatever.
Seasons 3, 4, and all but one episode of 5 are entirely written by him.
So yeah.
Jesus. But did he have staff writers or anything like that? Or?
He did, but he was basically the primary writer for 3 of the 5 seasons. The one episode in season 5 that wasn't him is Neil Gaiman. It's written. So that should give you an idea of the quality level.
Do I remember correctly that Roddenberry was somehow involved with that?
This one doesn't.
No, I think Roddenberry had passed by the time Babylon 5 actually started being on screen. Harlan Ellison was involved with Babylon 5, if that's who you're thinking of.
Carefully untangled.
Maybe. No, because I know there was another sci-fi spin-off, the Roddenberry, that was involved in.
Well, that was Earth Final Conflict and Andromeda, starring Kevin Hercules Sorbo. Those were actually script treatments Roddenberry wrote long before he died that were adapted by his estate, basically, afterwards.
Yeah. I saw a bit of Earth Final Conflict and I was like, sure. Fun.
Andromeda was better at
fucking
start.
move! God damn, I thought I could go. I'm gonna steal your fucking tips. God damn it. I could have made it. I swear I could have made it. I think I'm screwed now. If he's
trying to solve this puzzle as a kid.
Andromeda was the inverse of a Star Trek series in that it got worse as it went on because Kevin Sorbo got more and more demanding and it became less of an ensemble show and more of a all hail Hercules in space kind of show. So that was the problem with that one.
Okay, let's see what the timer has to say here, because I probably should have picked up the crowbar before I came in here, but let's see. The timer on this is pretty unforgiving, if I remember correctly. See, I clicked on him, I clicked on him, I clicked on him. Come on, come on. There you go.
Yes!
Oh yeah, baby. First try. Into the fucking... Oh, wait.
Such an overuse of the word cool in this.
Yeah.
This is before he was even Mr. Freeze, wasn't it? If it was after that, it'd make more sense. But I think this is before.
Oh, by the way, my for some reason this is my favorite Easter egg.
That's great.
What the heck?
It's such a Josh Mandel thing to do.
You click the spider and it just screams and dies.
Yeah, it just falls off and screams and dies. I don't know why, but it's funny. Oh, fuck, I have to wait for this guy to... now he's too slow. Unplug my hose. Okay, that is not the
Can't
title
do
of
it
my sex
yourself?
tape. No. I don't think I can. Also,
Mess up your great hookup job?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Oh, yes, I do.
I mean, you could go deliver the Endodroid immediately. I think you actually
Yeah, I
only need
think
to
you
put him in
can.
the freezer to save him some points and keep him frozen faster.
Yeah,
but if you
that's-
deliver him right away, it doesn't matter.
All right, well then, fuck it. I thought I had to freeze him for some strange
Don't think
ass reason. All right.
Just got to do it you got to do it for points. That's it.
Well, screw
Here's your
points.
cubed compadre.
50
No bull.
buckazoids. Hand him
Yeah, I
over.
really-
Oh, there's one of the
Blade
Bjorn
rover.
guys.
Say you when they pay.
I just
No,
like the idea
I need
of
the
a
money
down
now.
on his
Maybe
luck,
Let the guy
broke,
fall right here,
freelance
right now.
Blade Runner kind of
No.
person, but
Here, you happy?
It's supposed to be at least partially a Blade Runner reference.
yeah, Blade
I
Romer.
think it's a particularly good one.
He says he's an Endodroid runner, so
Yeah. Also, this one of the things I love about the humor in Space Quest 6, although it's again wildly inconsistent with the rest of the series, is whenever something tragic happens on screen, Raji just stands there and looks at it. Like the dude got eaten by the photo booth, he just stands and looks at it. Everyone just got beaten to a pulp by an Endodroid who just escaped out the window, and Raji just stands there looking at it.
Become the epitome of the bystander who watches the car crash or the train wreck.
Exactly, and when Wrigley gets back in her ship and the fucking xenomorph climbs in after her, Raji just floats there looking at her. Doesn't even
To be fair,
wave.
he's seen them before. He's dealt with them before. He's like, nah, not dealing with that. I got kissed once. That was enough. Took him 3 weeks to remove that from my digestive tract.
Space Quest 2 flashbacks.
Yeah, exactly. All right, lady, you're on your own. I know how that goes.
Say, by the way, a mistake.
I really like the Space Quest 6 demo actually.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
get
yeah. Bjorn
All
were
right, we gotta
hilarious.
do
And that
this.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a hypercube. It's not a good representation of one, but
it's
I think
It's
that's
more
what
like a
they were trying
hyper
to do.
frame. It's not
Yeah.
really a cube. It's like a frame.
I
Yeah,
thought they were
it-
trying to do a Tesseract sort of style
Yeah,
shape on
they're
that.
trying to represent a tesseract, a 4-dimensional cube frame, and they didn't do a
The
particularly
species
good
that took
job
the
with it.
Cubics rube and made a ship out of it.
I like that. That's good. That's good. Except that headcanon.
Isn't there a Three Stooges computer game? Yes, but this one is superior in every single way possible.
They actually
I would
boosted
very
up the-
much-
the,
I'd very much like to have a professional fighting game player just play this mini game just for their opinions, which
Oh,
would probably be,
God.
my God, this sucks.
But I was saying there was a GBA version of the Three Stooges game that tried to improve on it. And
I
people
got
said,
one
yeah,
hit
it's the
in.
best version.
I swear
Right,
I'm
yeah,
hitting
Mark?
action keys, not a fucking thing is happening.
Yep. It'll just... Even if we stored his energy, it wouldn't matter.
Which Street Fighter was that around this game?
All of them.
95 or 96 this came out.
I think this is
I would
actually...
assume...
This is
So
parodying
there was
Mortal
Super-
Kombat more than Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Super-
emulating that a bit more, but I think
It
it's,
dressed more
it's
like
referencing
Street
3.
Fighter.
Yeah, Super Street Fighter 2 came out in 95, because 91 was Street Fighter and 93 was Street Fighter 2 or 92? I can't remember.
87 was Street Fighter 1. Street Fighter 2 came out in 92.
That's right. Because I was the old bowling alley, if you kids remember what they were. Yeah, I used to go there and play the arcade games nearly all the time.
Street Fighter 3 was March of 1997 for the US. So,
Yeah, and the first Mortal Kombat was 92, so Street Fighter came first for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Street Fighter was way before Mortal Kombat.
David G in the chat just saw the slime monster popping out of the ashtray, taking a puff off one of the butts and coming back down. That is a nice touch. I like that.
That's like the in-game version of the Space Quest 2 manual, where there's just those random things in the the people on the sides talking.
Yeah.
Little things.
What was
make this
that
game
thing in the
tolerable.
Space Quest 2 manual with the little with the little creature sleeping under the tree who suddenly wakes up and
Not now.
hears a noise and chucks the tree at it and then goes back to sleep. What the hell was up with that?
I have no idea what that is. But I noticed that
Good.
too. It was just like, why is there just random pictures of a thing sleeping under a tree?
The game is borked now. It won't let me exit down here. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it can get picky. Hi, Elmo.
Hi, Elmo.
Hey.
Oh,
I feel like
His voice is perfect, I think.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I feel like they knew this was the they kind of knew this would be the last one that they would do. Only because
I've got to make.
Wow.
you have a cameo from Elmster.
my people,
or not
I mean-
Elmster.
Hey.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I hope you're
Finster.
here to
You have
remove
a
your
cameo
portion
from
of the-
Finster. You have a cameo from Elmo. You know.
Mm.
You have
Finster.
other. You have other.
Finster, yeah,
Not to
Finster is
mention all
Power
the Easter
Rangers.
eggs.
Right.
Not to mention all the Easter eggs in Roger's quarters later.
It
is a
just
nice
gives
touch.
you the impression that you like, you know, maybe some of them felt they could have made another one, but then there's others who just said, yeah, this is gonna be the last.
Oh, if you've ever listened to Trolls' podcast, he has a really cool interview with Josh Mandel about all of this stuff, and even on the Tech Jives when Mark Crow, Scott Murphy, and all that are doing the podcast about this game, that he was saying he wanted to make it a lot more like Space Quest 3. So I think that's why there's a few references there, but
yeah,
I could be wrong.
No, that's absolutely right. He also because one of the complaints that he got was that Space Quest 6 just dumps you on Polysorbate 60 with no clue as what you're supposed to be doing. And Josh just said, yeah, well, Space Quest 4 kind of dumps you somewhere with no clue what you're supposed to be doing too. The difference being that in Space Quest 4 you're under constant threat of death, whereas in 6 you're just walking around. By the way,
yeah,
this dude is Mario's voice, the official voice of Super Mario.
That is.
I gotta turn that up
That is
now.
indeed. Yep.
Wait, talk.
Also the voice of what's his name? The big dragon
Oh, that
in
absolutely
Skyrim.
is. You're right. Wow. I never noticed that.
Parthenax or the other one?
Parthenax, yep. He's also the voice of Parthenax.
Oh, nice.
Everyone thought was hilarious that Mario was Parthenax.
Well, you know, it happens.
There
you
are
know,
mods for that.
I don't know if any of you've played Baldur's Gate, but one of the villains in there, he has just this deep, booming, throaty voice, you know, where he sounds like he's just world weary, and there's other stuff, right? And he's just menacing and he's intimidating, and his voice echoes and it booms. And he's the same guy who voices Cleveland Brown Jr. on the Cleveland Show, and just
Hey,
goes,
wasn't that guy eaten by the photo booth?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
walking by.
Maybe he has a twin. He has a twin.
But it's just fascinating to me that he could pull off playing such an antagonist and have such a fearsome presence in the video game, and then he gets on Cleveland Show and he's like, I don't know what to do, Dad. Ooh, I'm too fat. You know?
I believe that's called range.
Yes, it is. Musically inspired. They told me that you might have saved some graphics from the Star Confederation site.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
I did.
the high
special edition mock-ups.
Hi, Mr.
I have them all.
What's
And
next?
you shared
of them.
those with
Cool.
me. I've been looking for them for a long time.
All right, you little water.
They're a
Just to
thing.
look at 'em.
Old
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to look at the fucking cheat sheet.
Too late to.
I knew that.
Oh, the game.
Oh,
The game doesn't
I forget
care.
what that code
So when you
is.
say
It's-
special edition, what does that mean?
The guy just made some 3D rendered remade mock-ups of various Space Quest scenes in probably 3ds Max or whatever he was using, and he called it the Space Quest Special Edition, as if there would be one. This might be what it looked like, but they're just mock-up screenshots.
Right. Well, I'm looking for like the planets and the spaceships and the other stuff he did too.
Oh, all I took from his site was the Special Edition shots.
Damn.
Can we not find it on Web Archive?
I can, but
the way back.
I can, but it only has a handful of the photos. Like some of them come up, and then like it's like hit or miss though. It's like
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, for
yeah,
fuck's
like
sake.
there's some there. Yeah, right. And there's a few that you can pull up through the Wayback Machine, but then there's others that just don't load. and it doesn't have them archived. And I get it. He probably made that site, I don't know when, like in the late 90s maybe.
90s, yeah. That's too bad. I also feel the same way about a Duke Nukem 3D map. Someone made it the Arcada, and I downloaded it and lost it, and now it's lost to time. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, that's
Really
where things
good
go.
Doom map that was the Enterprise D from Star Trek The Next Generation, and it had every room in it. You know, like it had all the holodecks, it had all the crew quarters, it had the ship's garden, and every. Yeah, it was so well done. It had the bridge, it had the battle bridge, it had everything you could think of from Next Generation, and I've never been able to find it again.
Can a guy?
Where's my days gone by? I missed that map.
So Moxie Metro in the chat asks, have they said if they'd ever do another space quest? That is a loaded question. So first we have to define who they are. Are they the two guys from Andromeda, or are they the current rights holders of Space Quest, Activision? I can tell you now, Activision, I think, probably forgot they even have the rights to Space Quest. And the two guys from Andromeda, since they don't have the rights to Space Quest, then the answer is no.
It's I remember when Blizzard, because Blizzard Activision, they had a StarCraft 2 page, and they had they did a StarCraft 2 parody called Queen's Quest, as you play as Kerrigan, and it's on Ortega.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Along with Blackthorne 2. I thought those were great.
Oh,
April Fool's jokes or
I
something.
love Blackthorne. It's such a shameless Prince of Persia ripoff, but I love it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, and one ghost mustard call later, I am back.
Nice.
Ghost mustard.
Wait, have you ever played Flashback, Troll?
Oh, the Delphine software game?
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Blackthorne is like that.
Cool. You never played Prince of Persia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, picture a blue jean, long hair, wife beater with a pump action shotgun, and that's pretty much Blackthorne.
With Warcraft orcs.
Yeah, with Warcraft.
Yes.
Orcs. But
with machine gun.
With machine guns.
Oh,
Flashback is great. One of my big achievements as a kid was getting the CD-ROM version of Flashback, which is awful. Don't play it. And then wrestling with my AutoExec and configs to get enough base memory for that thing to run. Because it was really memory hungry, and they replaced all the beautiful rotoscope cutscenes with these piss poor 3D animated FMV sequences.
Oh, I do remember that.
It's terrible.
Blackthorne always played to me like Prince of Persia because it's a platformer, but it has that same mechanic in Prince of Persia where either you're blocking a shot or you're taking a shot. Or I'm sorry, you're making an attack or you're blocking.
Kind of like Another World as well.
Yeah, Another World. People always assumed that Flashback was a sequel to Another World, but it wasn't. It was just the same company. Fates of Black is the sequel to Flashback.
Yeah. No, Another World has its...
What the fuck? I don't want to see you.
Sorry, yeah, Another World has its own sequel on the Sega Mega CD.
Yeah,
where you play the...
Don't even bother looking in your pocket.
It's what was it? Eric Chahi was not terribly keen on that one, but yeah, it does exist.
He actually remade it for 1080p high res version for like iPad 3s and stuff a couple of years back. It's like $10, so I thought, bugger it, why not replay it?
Don't get all excited.
Wait, did Eric Chahi remake the sequel?
No, the first one.
Oh, the first one. Yeah, I've seen the anniversary thingy.
Don't even bother.
All right, sorry.
I think they called that Out of This World over here in North America, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Because I remember I had to get a my friend gave it to me because I was obsessed with the PC game. He gave me the American SNES version of it, so I had to buy a converter and stuff to run it on my PAL system.
They actually mentioned if the pinup woman is the
rug.
Did they actually mention if the pinup woman is the popular Janitronics lady or not?
I'm pretty sure they do. Let me just zap this guy and we can have a look around. Also, the fact that they have a blow-up doll is a little
Now
on
carrying
the...
a nice static charge.
Oh well.
I mean, this
This
whole
TV
this
that-
sequence as
you know,
a whole
this
is pretty.
This is set in the future, right? Right. This is set in the future. That TV still has rabbit ears on it.
Obviously, they like to play old school light gun games from last century, and you need an old school TV for that.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But you don't need to.
Not to mention just how
Nostalgia.
deep of a
Also,
video system it is.
that talking head, if I'm not mistaken, is bodily ripped from Island of Dr. Brain, and I believe that's supposed to be Picasso. There's an art puzzle where you have to identify what pieces of art are by one of 6 artists.
On
and
the
that's
TV,
one of
you
those
mean?
heads. Yeah.
Oh, this is
the
even
talking head that
worse.
shows up on the TV.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Oh, that
Oh,
is...
God.
Oh god.
Roger!
Fixed and dilated.
Roger,
Body is
for
stiff.
winning steak.
Come back and rescue this.
To come
Oh,
back and rescue this poor.
Roger's an
Yeah.
idiot. He thinks it's an actual
I
person.
wouldn't want to
Roger's
touch that.
alright, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I'm not
this
even
whole room-
gonna bother with the CD. Not even gonna bother with this
Oh,
LCD
what?
business. Screw it.
What does it even do?
You get points just for leaving that room. Just want to point that.
Yep.
The game itself
Points
wants
for
you
that.
out of that room.
You rummage around in the
I never understood this. Why is it when you come out, he says,
prod amongst
"Do I feel lucky?"
Incidentally, you
Like
might
as if he's scared of you. I don't get that.
No,
I think it's
he's
'cause he gets
basically
the
saying-
quote wrong. He gets the,
Well, yeah, A, he gets it wrong, and B, he's saying, do I feel lucky? As in, he's Dirty Harry, and you're the one who's going to die.
thinking it was the churlish Muddy.
oh, there's a good
I don't know
look
why he
message
didn't
when
stop
you,
you.
Why
you
did
look
he just
at-
take his clothes off?
because
That's what gave him the
burlesque
burlesque mod.
is yeah, he's doing a burlesque dance. I love the look message when you get the churlish money and Gary just goes, incidentally, you might want to look up the word churlish before you do anything stupid.
Yeah.
I want to pinch my eyes out right now.
I love Gary. He was on a couple episodes of that '70s show where he was narrating all their fake movies that they would dream about. And I just love listening to him talk.
Have you watched his
He was on Aqua Teen a couple episodes, right? As himself, right? And they ran into him, right? And he goes like, and they go like, "Hey Gary, how did you get this job?" He's like, "Oh, it's available."
Yeah.
Wait, where's our decoder?
Wait, where's my data recorder?
He didn't pick it up.
Oh no!
Oh, it's still in the other room. Oh, fucking
Okay.
hell.
Oh, right,
That's-
right, okay. Pick up the
Jesus.
stuff. Okay.
There you go.
You're sure
It's on
you're
the
not
magazine.
you're not going to work with the CDs these time?
Nah, screw it.
Technically, you don't actually need to. There's a lot in here you don't actually need to.
Yeah, it's just
Do you have any-
points. The points don't matter. And we're just
Can't get full
gonna.
points anyway. as we
Whose
found.
line is it anyway?
Yeah, it's, and Brandon brings up a good point. You can't actually get full points in Space Quest 6 anyway.
Unless you do the exploit, but
Yeah, that's the way I do it. Is I deliberately miss a single point action and then use the 3-point infinite exploit once, and so I get 500 that way.
Nice.
I love this sound. It's just a very satisfying little clink.
All right,
But yeah,
tactical
I was
transmitter
telling-
goes in B as the
Did you
dancing.
memorize it?
Fiddling around with this.
No, I got the solution here. This is the solution I wrote down when I was 15 years old and figured this shit out on my own because there was no walkthrough for the game. I was really proud of myself.
Man, I was about to be impressed. I thought you actually memorized it.
Oh no, sorry. I have
Still figured it out
especially
on
not.
its own.
At 4:20 a.m. in Denmark, I'm not gonna memorize the fucking data coded puzzle. I can barely remember my own name at this point. C, fermentium chip.
Your
And
name is
IRK.
Space Quest Historian.
Yeah, well, it's not Space Quest Memorian or
Yes.
the Memory Beast or whatever.
Historians document. Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
memorize.
they document. They don't memorize unless you live in a what is
The
it?
Space Quest perfectionist?
An oral language
no.
only culture.
Calvin Frog Trader goes in A, has
So how did you get those
arcade.
special edition graphics then? You just saved it before the site went down, I guess?
Yeah, I backed it all up.
He's a
I found
pad rat.
Trolls' old website 6 months ago through the old archives.
I just want to see those pictures of the planets again. I guess nobody has them though.
I guess I think I have a vague memory that
Here.
re-rendered the planets.
Try a different place.
He did. He re-rendered the planets and the ships
Yeah.
and
I never thought to
shit.
save those.
Oh,
It's a pretty nicely designed site too, from what I remember.
yeah, I love that thing.
I assume you've already tried the Internet Archive.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. All the pictures aren't.
Not all the pictures are there. There's a couple, but not all. None of the planets are there. There's a few of the spaceships, and that's about it.
I stopped into this stream before starting a 12-hour shift. I'm home now, and you're still going. Well, yeah.
Oh no.
Look at that pencil crayon.
And there's
giggle.
the fish.
I have been live now for 11 hours and 21 minutes. Holy shits.
Yep.
You're starting to sound like Burned Black after a bottle of red.
Yeah. It's
I actually made it work.
I didn't think it was gonna go on this long, but hey, I'm committed now.
Popular Tektronix.
We're almost
You're not gonna let this game of all of them beat you.
Oh no,
You got
shit
through-
no.
You
Also,
got through the robots. You will get through Space Quest 6.
and if not, Michael, I actually have. Where the fuck did it
I
go?
decided to visit. And when I arrived here, I found you had just left for shore
Yeah,
leave
Stellar.
on Polysorbate.
That's great.
I decided to follow
Yeah,
you
here it
down
is. Here it
and
is,
try and
Michael.
catch up with you.
I actually have the
When
little
I got
book of
to that
calm.
dump of an inn and found you'd been killed
Right
by
here.
those thugs, I searched around.
Start
but could
Christmas
find no
now.
trace
It
of where
probably
they'd
took a
taken
lot
you.
of trial and error
That
over the
certainly
centuries,
is a
but Christmas
strange
carols and
place.
lullabies have a unique ability to soothe. Use them
I
silently
decided to beam
all
back
year
up to the
round.
deep ship and try to locate
You're a
you
loose
through the
lily
transport.
floating down an amber
Yeah,
river.
carrot.
What?
Well,
What? Thanks.
That was timing.
No,
You're a
I
loose
hope you
lily
do understand.
floating down a river of amber, and then right away Roger said, "What?"
Please.
That was timing.
I guess.
Okay, so
I must
Stellar's forehead, alien ridges or human wrinkles?
We should.
No. If there's
need a little bit of ribbon.
if you actually watch Star Trek First Contact,
Good thinking, Stella.
there's a character with curly hair that crawls through an air vent that gets captured by the Borg. She's like the first one to get assimilated. Looks spot on to Stella, so I reckon someone was watching First Contact and then just like shoveled her in.
I am receiving.
Well, you know who that was.
I don't remember
is,
that part.
Yeah, they have there's a lot of minor
Hello,
actors in Star
Commander
Trek that nobody
Kilbasa.
talks
This
about
is
that were maybe
actually
in like 1 or 2
Commander.
episodes,
Please.
or maybe like in an episode for like 5 minutes or something. You know, a lot of
Hello,
one-offs.
Commander.
You know,
To be
everybody's like, oh yeah,
honest,
Patrick
you are
Stewart,
from the-
LeVar Burton,
allow me
William
to-
Shatner, but no one remembers these one-off characters, right? And then this lady, she had played
Meanwhile,
bit
back
parts
in
in
the
Star
sick
Trek
bay.
for years, and then in First Contact, she actually got dialogue, and like you said, she goes into the event to like fix to fix a problem or something, and then the board
Yeah,
just get her.
she just turns left and right and goes Paul, and then.
Yeah.
Like,
What it is
but yeah,
is she's working with a dude. The dude goes into the Jeffries tube. The
Well-
board kill him.
Only take.
Well,
She just
Oh,
appears
that's
in the
her.
front of the
Yeah.
Jeffries tube
Yeah.
saying,
I know
See,
exactly
see
what you're
her-
talking about.
and
Yeah.
then they run in,
Yeah,
she
I remember.
screams, and that's it.
But if
The
you,
camera
if
comes
you look,
towards her and she screams, and then it cuts.
Yeah, yeah.
if you
and
look
then-
at her facial features, apart from the chiseled jaw sort of thing that Stella has, like I've always seen her as Stella.
I think
Wasn't she
her
a
hair
redhead
was,
though?
Here's a
I think
question.
her
she's
hair is a
redhead.
different color.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I hate to bring up Space Quest now that we're having this riveting Star Trek conversation, but what did he do with the personal grooming assistant? Did he just chuck it over his shoulder?
I guess.
Where'd it go?
Like
He
the
just-
vibration of
wanted-
him put in his pocket.
Oh, I
Who
love that.
needs it?
I mean, where did the rest of the belt go?
No idea either. I love the fact that that is some brilliant scaling job right there, fellas.
That's excellent.
I love the
Never
fact that
noticed that.
the hair pulsates as it's
Yep.
being scanned, like
Yeah.
it's coming alive. Exactly.
They wouldn't take the time to animate a fully high-res doctor in that screen, but you can see Stellar's feet in the background. That's all nicely high-res.
Yeah, and huge compared to him, by the way. So she has big boots and big forehead.
Neat. I've always wanted to
Oh,
try.
let's see.
one of
Let's
these.
see if it's error 47 time. Is it error 47 time? Yeah. Fuck you!
Yay!
Fuck you! Error
Classic.
47.
Authenticity.
Error 47.
Error
Well
47.
done, you picked it like a dirty nose, mate.
Welcome to the 90s.
All right, here
What
we
about
go
the other
again.
46 errors?
I remember getting the 47 error a lot.
Okay, so we're down to 20% cycles. I think I might have to go into DOSBox config and just tell it to fuck off. we'll see. It's down to 20% cycles. And it's
I always set it to 40,000, then adjust as needed.
Yeah, but because I haven't set my cycles in the config, whenever I boot up Space Quest 6, it automatically goes to... I just gotta turn down the music. It automatically goes to 100% like max cycles. So good. So let's see if it goes... Let's see, 20 cycles...
I've always wanted to try one.
It always impressed me what you can fit in your pockets, Roger.
It worked! It worked!
Jeez. Trolls, I'm hoping once I can get my my jibbity jab for the lung AIDS shit that's going around the world. I'm going to come see you guys, and I'll drop off that Space Quest thing I got you.
Oh,
Some
cool!
information from the
cool!
through the DNA
Cheers.
sequencer.
Because I have the Flaptop collection, that super rare thing, and I was terrible at taking care of it.
Why that is.
So the contents of it, the CD, the manual, all that shit, got lost ages ago. But I still have the actual box, and so I got an eBay auction for the actual contents, but he didn't have the box. So, but he was Australian, and he wouldn't ship to Denmark. He wouldn't ship to Europe. So I had Michael here act as my fence. So he received the actual contents of the box, and so the next time I see him, the contents of the box will now finally be reunited with the box itself. So it's not gonna...
The other thing I'm trying to get going is
a message from
I've been looking around on Thingiverse. Some dude's done a really cool 3D model of the aluminum mallard, and I'm trying to fix up my big ass 3D printer so I can get it done. So
nice. Yeah, because Michael always also gave me some really cool 3D printed models of Roger's sprite from SQ1, just 3D. Avatar of that, and they're fucking awesome. Cool. And they're so brittle that I've actually had to pack them away because my kid got a little too interested in one of them.
So he's using Roger Wilco as a teething device, is he? Or
well, no, he just because
not in the pixelated one.
I mean, they have that little.
It is the pixelated one.
It is the pixelated one, but they have that little base that they stand on, but they're still like super wobbly. So if you like blow on them, they fall over, and one of them got a little chipped. So I figured, no, I'm gonna pack those away until I can get a closet or like a cabinet I can lock or something. What the hell am I doing? I'm going to the bridge.
I think I know this guitar solo off by heart now.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh yeah, Brandon. For the reorchestrated soundtrack we did, Brandon actually learned the guitar
get
solo.
A copy of the STL for that 3D model for the Mallard?
Oh shit! I was supposed to go to the transporter room.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
What part of the channel? I'll find it now. Well, what channel do you want me to, or do you want me just to shoot you a direct message, or?
You can shoot me a direct message. I've got one that I posted on Thingiverse, and I'm curious if it's nicer than the one I have, because the one I have is a little janky.
Energize.
Adam Walensky in the chat asked if I'm going to play Space Quest 0 for an encore. You know what? I think I'm just going to pack it in after this one, if it's all right with you guys.
No, man,
yeah, you should.
No, God!
No, go sleep.
Great porn!
Even historians need sleep.
Commander Kielbasa.
And that other guy.
Please report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Scoot like the wind.
Complete segue.
Sorry.
And how did Commander Kielbasa get there before you?
Well, that's actually good. I think he has a private teleporter or something. Probably.
Magic.
I mean, he has a litter box, so why not?
When you don't understand something that's happened, a wizard did it, okay?
I don't like that excuse.
Magic, got it.
I hate magic.
Mr. Will.
Hate magic.
That's from Simpsons when they were at the comic book convention or whatever. It was Xena, and the one fan's like, how come in this episode this was clearly a dragon, but in the very next scene it's clearly a griffin? And she's like, oh, a wizard did it. And then the guy's like, yes, but in episode 2, she's like, wizard. Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's a Futurama episode when Fry's asking for an explanation and Farnsworth just starts doing the scientific thing. He goes, yep, magic, got it.
Yeah, I love
Personally,
that.
I
Yes,
love
ma'am.
Futurama when the professor would
Maybe I
never
can
let
get
him
this old
forget
hag
the
to-
fact that he became his
was-
own grandfather.
Oh.
and then later on when they have like other time machines, he's just like, I've configured it so you could only go back 10
can't
seconds.
find her.
You know, just so we don't risk anybody becoming their own grandpa. And then it just looks at Fry and just like this evil
Hey,
look, like, how
I
dare
seem
you?
to be in a world.
And I like
Particularly
how,
right there.
I like how oh sorry, what the hell are we doing? Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah, I was saying I particularly like the explanation in the episode when Homer has the role of Poochie and they're asking him all the Comic-Con questions. He says, "Let me ask you a question. Why is an obviously adult male so massively invested in a children's television show to ask these questions?" And the guy just says, "I withdraw my question." I like that. I like that. I was like, sometimes you need to remind the real hardcores, it's a kid's show. Let it go.
That's is that the when he's playing Poochie? And
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yeah. And then Milhouse is like, he says something like, "Mr. Simpson, is there a way to escape
Oh,
the
hi,
dungeon
Stella.
without the
What are you
wizard
doing
ski?"
here?
He's
What the hell are you talking
about, kid?
We've got to get out.
And the
of
lady
here
who voices
now.
Itchy and Scratchy says, "Thank God you're here, Homer. I don't know how to deal with these hardcore fans."
Okay,
So
one thing I
did
really
Sharpay
like
just
about
kill
this
herself here?
scene. Yeah, and I don't know why she keeps showing up.
They're in the recording studio. He's like, "Is this going to be broadcast live?" "No, Homer. It's a terrible strain on the animated wrist."
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is the part where Space Quest 6 sort of lost me for a bit. Is why would they actually go for a heartfelt moment like this? It's not that you can't have heartfelt moments, but it's just this feels so unearned. We have no idea who Stellar is. She's never been in any of the other games. She's never even been mentioned previously.
Yeah.
Their whole relationship has happened off screen in between games, and they never talk about it. It's like they've been on a few hundred adventures together and had this like really close relationship, and we just never see it. So this is just it. I mean, of course
Did he just wipe his eyes on his shirt there?
Yeah, he did.
There are two things here. First of all, the death is obviously just so they can make a Stella joke.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And then the
two,
Star
it's
Trek
also
joke
so they
right
can
here.
use then they can use the Spock's death joke. But the other point, and the reason the game loses me for a little bit, the Gravekeeper is direct sprite ripped from Gabriel Knight's Sins of the Fathers.
It's
He is
not direct
directly
sprite
ripped
ripped.
from that game.
That is not direct sprite rip. That's
Oh, it's not a
redrawn.
direct. No, I know, but it's
Yeah.
the visual of him. He
why
is
did they all
literally
get sucked
pulled
there?
bodily.
It's an Easter
Oh,
egg.
one of them,
I
of course,
know
it's
that,
one of them
but
got sucked out.
It's like, come on, really?
Is that the dude?
I mean, it's not the
voice supposed
first
to be
time
Ken
they've done
Williams?
that.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
he's a
It's just-
hologram.
it's too blatant. for me.
You like how they all just walked into the transporter and then Kelboss is just like walking like a boss, walking like a boss.
Yeah. Also, the animation on Kilbasa is really, really good. Some of the sprite animation in this is really fantastic. Lots of frames, lots of really, detailed animation. And then you
Way
get
better
to
than
the,
King's Quest 7.
way better than King's Quest 7. And then you get to
Oh,
the
shit,
end of
And
Space Quest 6. And it's clear that someone else took over the animation process, because then you go down to like 2 frames a second and really exaggerated, cartoony style, like limbs flailing everywhere.
Like King's Quest 7.
Like King's Quest 7. It's a real disconnect.
Yeah, I read a review of this in Computer Gaming World a long time ago, and literally that was what the guy said in the review. He's like,
Oh, CGW.
he's like, the game looks okay, but King's Quest 7 still looks better.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
So the gentleman
Hey, I
was
mean,
deluded. is what you're
he's
saying.
an asshole with an opinion. Okay.
Well, aren't we all?
I may
Never-
have said
I bet he likes the
cycles
Zelda
a bit.
CDI games too.
Yeah.
He was paid off by Roberta to make sure King's Quest was always superior.
I freaking love that in Space Quest 1 when you hit the button and you end up in King's Quest, right? And Roberta's like,
Wow.
what was that
A
noise?
message
He's like,
from- I
Gator's probably got
wonder
another Space Quest, man. Just
Go
go
back
That's
to
what I-
sleep,
that's-
Berta.
Yeah, just go back to sleep,
Stellar.
Berta.
The SQH showed that. I was like, I want to know whether or not Ken has ever once in his life actually called his wife Berta. Because I'm betting the answer is at most once. And she
At
gave him
most
the look
ones,
of death.
yeah. Hey, Berta.
True story. The guys who made id Software
Commander
and made
Kielbasa?
Wolfenstein
Wilco.
stuff,
I'm
they had a
accurate,
meeting
sir.
with Ken and
Wilco,
Roberta Williams,
backseat designers, mate. The Trolls and Frederick interview Robert Romano, whatever the fuck is that?
John Romero.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and he said the exact same thing about Ken Williams. So.
Oh, by the way,
so
we just skipped past one of my favorite lines was Kilbasa accusing Roger of whiffing cleaning fluid. Again. As if he's been caught doing that. Like he has a drug problem.
Naps in the car don't do it anymore. He needs an extra kit.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me too much. At least this version of Roger. Older versions, maybe not. I don't think he'd be huffing the fluid, but he might be surrounded by the fumes when he's taking a nap.
They make a comment about that in the Lost chapter in the ending because they end up he ends up getting like tranquilized or something and put back into the escape pod, right? And when
so many references and Easter eggs in Space Quest Lost chapter.
Right. So anyways, they give him like the shot to like knock him out or something and put him back in the pod, and then the narrator goes on a tangent about how the closest thing you've had to doing drugs was when your cleaning bottle exploded and you inhaled all the like chemicals.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's one puzzle in Space Quest 6 that I really think is stretching, the patience of just about any adventure game player, which is you're supposed to find this program code for the vulgar nerve pinch, which involves you reading every entry in the species database in the compost until you get to V.
From A to V.
From A to V until you get to this thing.
Well, unless you start backwards.
Unless you start backwards, yeah. But you have to really exhaust every option. Abort the fucking ship. Just walk around, do anything, poke at everything, and then at some point you'll get so unreasonably bored that you'll just start reading the species database, and then this will come up.
Well, that's how I solved the data quarter puzzle because I got that stuck and frustrated. I decided to pull out the manual and read the thing back to back.
Yeah.
And then I clicked in with the same logic with this puzzle and just But yes,
Well, that's the problem people had with King's Quest V because so many of the items can be interchanged, but if you interchange them, you get screwed later.
King's Quest V, has that one bit.
Not Space Quest.
Sorry.
Quest.
Did I say Space Quest? I meant King's Quest. King's Quest 5 has that one bit where you throw the boot at the cat, but you're carrying a different set of boots.
Right.
At the same time, you can't throw those.
No.
Can, however, throw the stick.
You can throw the stick,
and then throw the boot to the dog. And you can give the golden needle to Madame Mushka's guard, and then give the golden coin to the tailor.
Yeah.
Those ways.
For some reason, I really love this joke when he does the vulgar nerve pinch and he's just muttering into his ear. It makes me laugh so much.
My fingers in your Kurt Russell.
It's because you're thinking of Spock doing this.
Gotcha. Now that you've got it, hard to believe this is a real job.
It's a real
this is a real
job.
And I got you with your mumble jumble.
Then he just hits him over the head or something.
If I only.
The stain he has in his voice when he says "job" is just brilliant.
Step outside, pal. I got you with.
I used to think the cigar was an eye.
I think I broke a fingernail here.
So is it Eric Sten that did the 3D prints here?
Whoa.
Is that right?
Yep, that's me.
I love the forehead flick.
Oh, there you go. No, it's your aluminium mallet, but I've got I've got a couple of my clients and hardware suppliers. They do all the 3D print systems for schools and stuff. So they always end up giving me like the big like up box units and multi spool units and all that sort of stuff. So like I started printing your aluminium mallet at the size of an A4 sheet of paper. And then the extrusion cog wore out and started air printing the damn thing. So yeah, I was pretty pissed off about that. So I'm just waiting for a whole heap of parts to come in so I can repair this printer.
Okay. Well, then I'm glad you liked it enough to print it.
You gotta love that he got thrown in the brig for assaulting an officer, and they feed him like, here's a watermelon, here's a chicken, here's spaghetti, anything you want to eat.
I can never remember which are the first parts to go together. And the
isn't it the ribs and the leg?
And it's
the leg and the kebabs and the bread, and then the
kebabs and the bread. No, that didn't work. The kebabs in the ear. Yeah, okay, there we go. The ears are actually feet. And then...
It's bottom to top, if I remember correctly.
There you go. And then arms.
An interesting idea.
And then hands.
A touch.
And
head.
I did print head and then spaghetti.
Then hair.
Shut up, cat. I'm playing a game.
That's a nice...
Go back to licking your arsehole.
Yeah, go back to auto-cocking.
No, Dorf is looking.
No, he isn't.
No, I was gonna say,
Whoa.
I was going to say, dude, that model of yours is really awesome. Yeah.
You know the rules.
I can't take full credit for it. Another person did a lot of the work. I did some modifications, putting the legs and the ramp and rotating the thrusters on it. But
this is graffiti. Major Tom was here. Sarah Clive.
I like it. I thought you might have had one that was a little bit better, but
Gravity
not.
sucks.
I'm glad you like it. It's nice to hear someone's actually pulled some of my
What's
stuff.
the
and
Sector
printed it
6
out.
reference there? Sector 6 rule.
No idea.
The only thing I can think of is Section 6, which is a Men in Black reference, but I don't know if the film version was out by now.
No,
I don't think it was.
That was like 97.
Okay.
Sector 6 is a board game from where
okay.
yeah.
Actually, that's something I'm curious about. I don't know if you know this answer or not, Trolls. Do you know who decided to include the invisible monster from Forbidden Planet in the other prison cell?
No idea. I
that
would
makes
assume
sense. That's what that is.
I would assume that's Josh Mandel because he has a thing for like old sci-fi.
Why does he?
I didn't get that
pull out
reference
the
until
gun?
just now.
Why does he keep pulling out the gun?
This is some very fine.
Yeah, the donut is fantastic, Dora. Thank you.
Well, Trolls, hey everybody, it's time for me to hit the sack. I'm impressed you've been up this long, Trolls. Thank you for the stream. It's been awesome.
Cheers.
Absolutely awesome.
Cheers. Thank
Sleep well.
you so much for dropping by.
Nice to meet you,
Have a good
mate.
one, everybody.
I was gonna do so much other things today, and I ended up watching this stream all day.
You
Same.
don't
Been
need
here.
2 donuts.
Like 3 minutes after
I
woke
missed
up.
all the early E3 stuff just for this.
Are you gonna do this again anytime soon? Because I'd love to do this again.
Oh.
We actually do have an idea for
10,000 subs, all the fan games.
no,
Yeah,
we
that's
actually have an idea. I might not marathon it, but we were actually talking on the SK's Discord about doing the Pain Train, which would be all 6 games again, but now in the worst possible way they can exist.
No.
And we are working on getting Space Quest 4 running in cyan and magenta colors, CGA for
And
color,
Space Quest 1 VGA.
and Space Quest 1 VGA in so basically I'm gonna try and play all 6 games in cyan and magenta CGA if possible. So that would mean
unskippable cutscenes.
PC speaker sound,
file audio.
PC speaker
It's
sound.
invisible.
Hold on.
Where am I going?
Last time I was on the stream with you guys and we were debugging and changing all the driver files. Thank you, Brandon. With all the that late night stream, like weren't we all getting eye cancer from just 30 seconds of that? Like, do we really want to do a whole thing of that?
Yeah,
you don't
we
have to come. I'm gonna be.
You can stay.
Honestly, I think what it is Trolls still feels massive regret for the fact that the you might remember it in one of his SQH News video posts when he said, "Here's a reconstruction of the reaction of the weirdos in the SQH Discord when I did this," and then he shows all the people screaming as their eyes burned. He didn't get to record that audio, and he still regrets that. That's why he
I
wants to do
absolutely
that.
do, because the reaction you guys had when we put Space Quest 4 into CGA in the wrong colors, it was just priceless. Like people were legit like passing out in the aisles kind of thing.
Oh, it was horrible. It was so bad.
It was fantastic. I loved it.
A couple months ago, Epic Potato was streaming it for us, right? He was playing all the games on Amiga or something, or an Amiga emulator, right? And Space Quest 3 looked fantastic. And I'm like, oh, it looks pretty good. It looks almost like the DOS version. He's like, yeah, well, let me show you Space Quest 4. And it's so grainy. It's so pixelated. It's so awful. And so much pink. And I'm like, how did they do so well with Space Quest 3? But like a couple of years later, they're just like, oh, let's drop the ball for Space Quest 4.
Well,
You got to be impressed that
And there
Tech could
it is.
actually do that.
Elton John.
Elton John playing "Girl in the Tower." Don't forget to request it from your local radio station.
I love it. I love it.
I wonder how many radio stations would actually play it now if you request.
No, they got pissed.
There's not radio stations anymore, man.
Yeah.
You know
I was about to say, do we still have radio stations?
Not really.
I think there's
I mean, I have a Sirius satellite in my car, but that's not really the same thing.
Here's the thing about Space Quest 4 on the Amiga. Pickle Dog actually went in and checked, and we did a little research on it. It turns out that Space Quest 4 for the Amiga, and King's Quest 5 for the Amiga for that matter, never palette swap between screens. So it's the same fucking palette for each and every screen, and that's why it looks so unforgivingly shit.
I see. Interesting.
And it's not like it works good in one screen. Every single screen looks terrible.
Yeah, because it's the same palette that was used for King's Quest 5, which looks great in the forest scenes, and then looks like absolute ass the further you get into the game.
Those pelvis.
Hold on, let me hear this guy's voice.
Please. Thanks, Sydney. You seem uptight.
Okay.
Say what?
Someone told me that was
Uptight
Data
the
from
word.
Star Trek. I never
Perhaps
believed
No,
that.
that is not Brent
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
What?
it
It's
was.
referencing Data.
Thanks, Sid.
If they offer, if they,
Oh, wait.
Well,
You know what you have to do?
you will.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Save your game and then set your system clock to Halloween.
Shit,
God,
that means I have to
really?
restart the stream and everything.
Oh,
No.
for real? Okay, never mind. Okay, sorry.
No.
But you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking about.
Nice.
So for
it's his birthday, man.
for everyone
It's,
watching this,
Are you? Well,
if you don't know,
It's T-Man's birthday that day, isn't it?
it actually is. Yeah, that's true. If you set it for October 31st, October 31st is my birthday. Or if you set it to one of the programmers' birthdays, there are 3 different programmers. I know William Shockley's one of them, and then there's 2 others.
And Dallas' birthday also works, I believe.
Yeah, if you set it to that, then Circuit Sydney's head detaches, his eyes glow red, and they follow you around the room.
I love
Also,
it. I mean,
the
there is. Sorry.
check this out. The music. The pitch bends in this tune are especially egregious and like really hard to emulate. My music software absolutely crapped out with this. And as far as I can tell, this sound font is not quite getting it either.
Was that because I remember on your podcast, Trolls, that Scott Murphy was saying that the dude who wrote the music did it all on a guitar.
Yeah, he did.
A MIDI
yeah.
guitar.
Yeah, that's right. So.
Yeah, and that's Neil Grandstaff. Yeah.
That's right.
Remember that rug that you danced on in Nigel's apartment with pelvis on it? That alien was sitting in the back. Same character. I didn't notice that before.
Yeah, I just mentioned before.
Oh.
Just chowing down, probably on peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, who was the guy that mentioned Whose Line Is It Anyway previously?
Oh, we've mentioned that a bunch of times now.
Yeah. Sorry, so one of the regular improv guys, Jeff B. Davis, I was listening to him on a podcast and he was actually talking about Gary Owens.
Oh, cool.
And there's a documentary about Gary Owens called Lunch, where it's just him and like old directors and actors just sitting there talking shit. It's actually a really cool doco to watch. But yeah, like this guy.
I love this scene with the shuttles.
Yeah.
Oh, you went in right in. Okay, never mind.
No, I didn't. We don't have time for this shit.
I can't remember. Can you actually get into the ship in the demo? I remember you can go on the shuttle belt.
Yeah, you can get in.
Sit down.
You just can't take off with it.
You have to save them from the Borg or something.
No, that's right. You got to get sticky tape and the pliers from the glove box, if I remember.
Yeah.
Showing you'll be able to do stuff in this scene in the full game.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that drink is strong. I made that way too strong.
I really love Josh Mandel's philosophy with game demos, though, to be an original story, so it doesn't feel like you've played part of the game once you bought it.
Like, there's an old shooter called Rise of the Triad, right?
Oh, yeah, I love that.
It's really good, right? But they have like something like 80 levels in the retail version or so, right? But in the demo, there's 6 levels that aren't included in retail.
This sucker works.
You know, and it's just called like the beginning chapter or something.
Shadow Warrior did
the
the same.
begins.
Yeah, something like that. But I just always found it fascinating that it's like, oh, the demo has different levels than the retail version. That's cool.
The shareware versions were always cool.
Have to ask everyone in
Pixie.
the room, how many people, when they played this game, realized keyword lasagna was the chemical symbols for the four components in the intermix?
That's in the manual as well.
Actually, like it's called a stormtrooper.
That's in the manual as well. The fucking periodic table of elements is in the manual.
Yeah, exactly.
The videos play full screen. They didn't do that when I was doing my playthrough back in the day.
Man, for me, I could only get this thing running on a 486 DX2 100 with the overdrive processor, and this thing always ran like a bag of dicks. Like, it was just so shit out.
Why is there torches by the shuttle bay on the outside?
No one knows. Alexander Mejia says, "How are you still streaming?" Well,
Janitor Wilco. What?
I said I would finish.
No
Said the stream wouldn't finish until Stella, until Roger berates Stella for her eating habits, and we're nearly there.
You will
bite me, Commander.
Won't quite make it before 12 hours, but you'll be close.
Well,
wait, listen to Kabas's voice for a minute.
No.
Oh, okay. So,
that joke at the end of that at the end of this game with Linda Lovelace, I did not get it, and my dad was watching it, and he pissed himself laughing.
Kelbasa is voiced by the same guy who voices Colonel Blair in Wing Commander. Before they did the live action stuff with Mark Hamill and stuff. He, in the cartoon versions of Wing Commander, he is voiced by the same guy who does Kabasa, I believe.
Nice. Alexander here. I will be going until SQ6 ends, which I assume will be in like, well, let's just say an hour to be safe. But I think I can do it in half an hour. We'll see.
Swell.
All right, let's go.
Charles, last time I heard your voice like this is when you and I met in Adelaide.
Yep. Oh, hang on.
You get
Holy fuck, that was a night.
That was a hell of a trip.
all I remember with that is meeting Daniel Stacey, giving you a hug goodbye, and then I wake up at Melbourne Airport like 9 hours later going, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, and Daniel was getting married the day after, or 2 days after, and he was like, dude. And he was
you
like,
need to give a speech. No booze for you, friend.
he was like super stressed out already because he had a wedding to plan, and then all of a sudden his mate from Denmark goes off and gets pissed with some dude he's never met, and he has to come and pick him up at the bar, and we're just so fucking wasted.
Oh yes we were.
Fun.
But yeah, I remember waking up in the back of my ute at the Melbourne airport, and I got my business partner ringing me up going, dude, what, you promised me you'd be sharp in here today, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I'm going to sleep in this car park for a little bit longer. Fucking rush.
It happens. Oh, I should probably save my game, actually. Yeah.
Holy shit,
I have 2 save games. I've just been rushing through this thing.
That would have sucked if you died.
Oh, yeah. Like if I just grab for the door and just get sucked into space. There's a try again button.
It would not suck. That'd be comedic.
Yeah,
gold.
I thought that was the case in this game, is that it lets you retry.
Space Quest 5 also has a reset button for the last thing that killed you, but it's hidden, like it's invisible, but it's apparently like right under like the SQ5 logo.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
guessing, and it lets you replay whatever the last segment you were on, whatever just killed you.
What, in SQ5? I think that's only in. I think that's only in the beta.
Could be.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
No, there's a thing in the on the death screen in the beta where you can cycle through the different death messages. I don't think there's a retry button.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Then I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was just confused. It's been years.
Oh yeah, I mean, my brain is fried. It's 5 a.m.
I was up to 6 a.m. playing Warcraft with people last night. I feel your pain.
Old School Jay just pointed out this is his favorite track in the game. It's mine too, actually.
Yeah, it's
really
good.
Not the Jeopardy one, but the
All right.
space.
And it was originally meant to be the music for the cyberspace room. See, the Space Quest 6 soundtrack is all messed up. Music was supposed to go in one area, but then Scott or some producer, maybe Oliver Brailsford, decided that no, actually this bit of music would fit better in this scene. So all the stuff got jumbled around, and some bits like Roger going through the anti-anomaly, some bits were actually had full music score, but for one reason or another never got put in the game.
Yeah, and why he would be sleeping in the void of space is anyone's guess.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Also,
I would have read that by
Void
now.
of space is the best place to sleep, obviously.
Yeah, but why
Or
would
the
you
fact that he
outside?
sent his watch through the spaceship.
But technically, if you think about that spacesuit, if you just had a jetpack, you could go anywhere you want because you're not going to. If you could just
that
snoot out on a
he's
wing,
just swam
swimming through space.
Honestly,
What happens
I
sometimes,
don't care
Sorry.
It's the
for this part because Ripley's always pretty self-assured and not extremely sexualized, notwithstanding the scene of the underwear scenes for the hypersleep. And having Wrigley this way just always kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, a bit of a
I
cute-
get that it's a
cutesy
parody,
flirt.
but I get that it's a parody, but it grates on me.
Also,
I
she
thought it was a bit of a
Wrigley had a theme song too, which was just this sultry, sort of saxophone kind of tune, which was really awful. Well, no, it was the tune wasn't bad, but it really sounded like it was written for Leisure Suit Larry 6, which it actually was.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that these gaming companies sometimes they produce things or make stuff and they just leave. Like, there's the
Hi, and he just fucking looks at it and just stares, playing his invisible piano.
Hopping the invisible bridge.
I think the whole satire of this joke here. If this joke was executed correctly, it'd be like this sexy ditzy version of Ripley, but she still saves the day. I think that's kind of the parody where they were going for. But as you can tell with this game, a lot of the scenes and jokes were just executed worse than diarrhea. Yeah.
When did I turn this dude on? I didn't.
You did not.
I never did.
Really, Manuel can come on automatically.
Apparently he can. Okay. Off to Delta Bergsalon 6. I am going to have to get a short little bladder break in, so you guys can talk.
Just go, man. Just go. We'll just listen to you awkwardly. Come on.
Hang on. Be right back.
Just go. Just go with your pants.
What's this about dragging the microphone with you?
Don't make this
No, what I was gonna say though
That's
is
my
you guys keep
job, and
asking
I've
like
already
why was this written for this or why wasn't this used? There's a website out there that's called the Cutting Room Floor, and it's all about things they've cut out of video games that they just for whatever.
Yeah, Trolls
reason.
mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. Actually, he references it quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Anything the Discord doesn't figure out uses TCRF for the rest.
I see.
It's awesome.
But it's a lot of interesting things on there. Like for example, Wolfenstein 3D has a rocket launcher weapon and a flamethrower weapon, but they're cut out of the DOS version for some reason. You know,
it's a shame because those.
No,
would
it
be
is a shame. You know, I would have loved to have a rocket launcher. Some of the bosses still have rocket launchers, even though they cut the one for the player out.
I don't know why no one's made a mod for it. Because with the SDK available, it's possible now.
Right?
A good point. No one ever bothered to add it in. They just keep making Doom mods with Wolfenstein assets.
There's a great Wolfenstein mod I'm playing now. It's called Wolf 3D Co-op, and you can play it with a buddy, and you can just go through the dungeons and stuff.
That's neat.
Yeah, and all the pickup sprites, like if there's like a hidden chain gun in the level, you both get to pick it up, so it doesn't just disappear. Yeah. Same with the keys. They don't disappear when you pick them up. So you and your buddy can have them. It's a lot of fun. I've been having so much fun with it.
But ammunition is not shared in that regard.
No,
I don't
it's
think
not.
it would
It's
be.
not. No, it's not. You have separate pools of ammunition, and when you pick it up, it's gone. But me and my boy
Have
were playing
everything.
it, and we share, and I share treasure with my boy. You know, we've been playing because you both need lives and you both need points. So we just split the treasure. You know, like if I find a room with like 20 boxes, I'll take 10 and I'll leave 10 for him, and I'll be like, "Hey, treasure box is in there for you."
Nice.
Okay, can anyone explain to me how this fucking puzzle works? PTS, I take 2 pictures, and then I put 1 negative, 1 positive on the screen. It dissolves, and... Hang on, I just turned you on, you little shit.
Our best guess was that it was probably something meant for the manual.
Oh, right, I'm not even supposed to solve that solve the photo puzzle yet. I'm supposed to go to Delta Berkshire 6, get yelled at by Dr. Bellows, and then fuck off again, and then do the photo puzzle, so I can go to Polysorbate 60. Good
If
morning.
I had to guess, you're using the photography to effectively triangulate your position in space and
But
in
why
3
a
dimensions.
positive and a negative? I don't understand why.
Because you need images from 2 different spots as well
Yeah,
as
so
your
why not
third
just 2
relative
different
spot.
photos? Why a negative?
But it's the same photo. He just snaps 2 photos from the same position.
Right, that's my guess. Is it's actually differently angled. It doesn't specify that, and the negative is transparent, so it's seeing the negative and the positive overlaid, and somehow that gives it enough information.
Oh, I see. That
It
makes
doesn't
sense.
make any sense physically, but it makes
Molecularly speaking, you could say that they don't inhabit the same molecular space, but the computer can process what triangulation it can from a minuscule interaction.
I
That's
can't
pretty
explain why it
convoluted.
disintegrates.
That's
I
pretty
just think
convoluted.
Can't explain the disintegration though. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Why do they disintegrate, and why do they make a sound when they do?
I have no idea. The computer has to dissolve it like a
They needed a
transporter
sound
effect. I
effect.
don't know. That too.
There's honestly so much of that puzzle that makes absolutely no sense. Like, it's completely random and stupid.
Have you not played a Sierra game before?
Yeah.
I think,
Manuel
but,
practically
like a
walks
lot
you
of
through it, so it's junk.
puzzles in this game, some of them were really well researched and really well thought out, and the implementation just got borked beyond belief. Like the whole thing with the pill inside Stellar's stomach, that was a whole thing as well. That just makes no sense in the game.
Well, the thing for me that annoys me. Sorry, you go, mate.
Thank you. Sorry. A lot of the Sierra games, the puzzle solutions really didn't make any sense when you thought about it. Like King's Quest V, you have to defeat like a Yeti to get off the mountain.
Why would you bring up King's Quest V?
Because
Sorry.
it's my favorite King's Quest. It's my favorite King's Quest game. Then, but I'm saying you have to fight like a Yeti to get off the mountain or something at one point. And how do you win? You throw a pie in his face, of course. Or it's things like, or how do you recharge your magic wand? Oh, with a piece of moldy cheese. Naturally.
Or how do you get the fur from? How do you get the fur for your Yeti disguise?
Right. They make fun of it in the Space Quest 4 hint book, where they're just like, "Want to find out how to hang the melon? Want to find out what the deal is with the old man? Buy the hint book."
The thing about the Yeti pie thing is, I kind of get that it was supposed to be like cartoony and fun, and he throws a pie in its face and then it falls off the cliff and thing, and it's just King's Quest V has such a tonal disconnect.
Yeah.
There's like at one point we're throwing pies in a Yeti's face, and another we've got Cassima, who sort of implies that she's been not only held against her will, but also gets passed around in the dungeon. It's just terrible.
It's total whiplash too, because that first small town you're in King's Quest V, everybody's nice to you, everybody's friendly and smiling for the most part, you know. And then you get to like Mordax Island, and then you're just like lightning bolts crashing, and you're just like,
Did I just miss the fellatio scanner? I think I did.
The fellatio scanner.
Mr. Crystal.
The scanner. It sounds like it sucks off photos. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, you missed that one. Sorry. Yes, we skipped past the magic fellatio photo scanner thing.
It was a wizard.
It was a wizard.
Yeah.
You can only use this from the place I beam you to.
Adam Valesky says, anyone wants SQ1 VGA box and all contents can have it. Found it in a box of old stuff.
Yes, I want it.
Yes.
I already said yes. I want it.
Fight!
I'll also pay money for it too.
What's this about needing another haiku challenge or something ridiculous like that?
Settle it with a dance off.
We're nerds. Who dances? Really?
I don't know if you guys have seen Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, when he's dancing off to distract the guy, right? But there's a deleted scene where he does the dance off, and literally everybody on the cast just starts dancing with him. It's fantastic.
Howdy, stranger. Oh.
This sound effect is
Oh,
awesome.
that sound.
Oh, yeah, don't wipe it on your shirt. Ew.
Sound faster! God,
so
Error
good.
stop!
Error 47. Trolls picked it like a dirty nose.
Oh, by the way, this R2 joke is so gross, but I love it.
Now you know what happened to the infamous R2 line of droids.
R2 line of
They've
droids,
been
they
reduced to
produce-
carrying out the most trivial of tasks. Fester's using one for a
Oh,
Gen
no,
Plus
it's
blender.
the next line after this.
Okay.
The R2 line of droids seemed like the hottest thing going in their day. Then they found that one little flaw in the
Oh, weird.
Unfortunately, the
That's so
princess's
weird.
personal life will never be quite the same.
Oh, I like how it leaves it up to your imagination.
That's the whiplash I get from Sierra game.
No,
Like,
oh,
it's
oh,
fun,
oh.
it's cartoony, it's funny, it's silly,
Hello
and
there.
then it's
It's,
like, oh god, that's disturbing.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
Oh.
See that whole princess joke?
Oh, Jesus, look at his fucking
the whole-
face.
I love to
The whole
You guys
princess
seen
thing.
Family Guy, Star Wars, or whatever.
I
love it when she's trying to put the message into R2, and she's like, I'm just trying to import a file. And he's like, I'm just trying to tell you to wait a minute, bitch. Now,
I
quick
just,
quick preferences. You know what? I'll just take him to myself.
I'm glad
He gets shot by a stormtrooper. Ah, you bitch!
The whole I think it was Clone Wars when they're going through the whole the bug facility thing, and all of a sudden R2 has jetpacks, and I just went fuck off and walked out of the theater.
Oh, really?
It was the dumbest fucking
Revenge of
shit
the
I've ever
Sith.
seen.
Yeah.
Or no, Attack of the Clones had.
Josh Mandela, the legend continued. Now that is a touch on the nose, I feel.
I don't have a problem with it.
Porpoise Power says she burned out the vibrate setting.
Not just
Oh.
that, in the Clone Wars,
Nice.
he had like something that he kept doing, like he was like shocking people or something, and it's just like, why didn't he use this later when he was getting kidnapped by the Jawas or something?
I think it's like they malfunctioned or broke or something at some point.
George Lucas did, yes.
I like that you can skip the transitions. I dislike that
You can't skip this scene.
transition. Yeah, you have to watch this every time you go to Delta Perk Salon. Which
That's
thankfully
when you
is
go
only
to
I like it. You're
twice.
floating through the sky.
No. But when you got a single speed CD-ROM, this
Oh,
takes
yeah.
about half an hour in teenager
Yeah.
time, and
Oh,
all
yeah.
you want to do is stab yourself in the
Yeah.
face with a fucking mouse. It is painful as something.
Oh yeah, and it choppy, and I had a double speed CD-ROM drive. It wasn't too happy about that either. It struggled.
Little did we know we could just copy all the files to the hard drive and play it without the disc.
Who had the disk space for that back in the day?
I had a 250 meg disc. I could not do it.
Captain.
Wait, look at this computer though. It's got a humongous base. It's got a disk drive. Days gone by, guys.
Oh yeah.
Days gone
Remember-
by. Look at that.
Also
Weird,
from
it's like
Cyberdyne.
It's like
Cyberdyne.
past and the future at the same time.
I remember my father, our first family computer when I was like 6 years old, a 286-16. I remember my father bringing it in, sitting it down, and saying, "This thing has a whole 10 megabytes of hard drive space. We'll never fill this whole thing up."
Yeah, I remember
And
the
it
same.
ju-
My dad
and
brought
it
home a
just-
20 megabyte drive, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is a lot."
And it just cost us our mortgage, so you kids aren't eating for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're all big fans of Sierra. Obviously, that's why we're here, right?
Meanwhile,
I'm just saying, you think about all the things they did in these Sierra games, and we're like, ooh, ah. And now today, games are like photorealistic. We got name brand actors showing up and getting their likenesses scanned in just to play parts in video games.
Like my daughter Sylvie came out, and I was watching one of Trolls' videos one night, and sorry, no, it was Game Grumps doing the Space Quest reviews, which they throw your name out there quite a bit, or Danny does anyway, Trolls. But
yeah, he's a nice lad.
Yeah, but my daughter's going, "What's this game?" And I said, "Oh, when I was your age, this game was everything. It was, it captured my imagination. I try to tell her, like, I was on an old ST computer and you could hear the power supply humming and the drives humming and there was no sound and you had all this, that, and the atmosphere and that. And she goes, "Yeah, okay, that sounds dumb," and then just skips back into her bedroom. I'm like, "You little fucking bitch!" Like, seriously? No, I'd never say that to my daughter. I love my daughter to pieces, but yeah, she's they just look at these games, and go, the graphics are gross, dumb.
Classic little buggers, aren't they?
I
play like late '90s, early aughts games, and my son says that looks like it's from the '80s.
Well, it's close.
Oh no!
I've never understood the quote unquote graphics horror mentality that so many people get accused of, because I don't know if it's because I grew up on adventure games and I don't really care about graphics as much as I do character and story and gameplay and other stuff, but I guess they're doing something right. I guess the majority of people honestly do care about graphics, but they're kind of hitting a wall at this point. There's only so much more realistic.
It's because what it is adventure games.
That drawer isn't even.
Adventure games always looked good. Okay, when action games started, it was such a. I mean, id Software games looked pretty good, but when it hit the Quake line, like the jagged polygonal effects, I think there was this subconscious in the back of the gamers' minds. We got to make this look better. We got to make this look better. And because games like Adventures already look good,
Funny you say that, because like Alone in the Dark 2 and Alone in the Dark 3, for the atmosphere and music and the pure polygon I love, but yeah, Quake 2 just wasn't. I think that's when they just said, "Here's a fuck ton of money, guys, just have at it." And they did a good job, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah, right.
Did somebody say Quake?
Hi, Alexander. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, just in time for my favorite little Easter egg of this game.
All right, let's see this Easter egg.
When you go into, if you're supposed to go on this treasure hunt, you're supposed to look at these different files, and they're cross-referenced with different other files. And you're supposed to go and look those up, and they all eventually coalesce in this Project Immortality file. The thing about this file room is you can easily tell which drawers can open because they have a thicker outline than all the other drawers.
Yeah, it's like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah.
You know when they're going to hit that asset.
Yeah, once you figure that out, the first file you need to find is on the screen. It's right next to this file, which is the last file you need to find. So, of course, once you figure out, it's all the drawers with the thick outline, you just go to this one, and the game just flips its shit at you.
Now, what have we here? You haven't
found yeah. Eventually your score does come back.
Points from your score.
But
I don't know.
I love this
because
with the Sierra games, when you played them at nauseum, and you know the game off by heart, so you can think you can take shortcuts and corners, and then that gets you. And I'm just like, you know what? That's brilliant. I like that. It's really well done.
Yeah.
I just want to know if we can delete the Ayn Rand file from the R file cabinet.
Well, come on, then Atlas will shrug. So,
well said.
Nothing of value would be lost.
Correct.
But to that point that was brought up a couple of minutes ago, adventure games, part of their allure was the artwork, that these people were spending years drawing these rooms that were just fantastic. Like, even if you're not like a fan of like space or King's Quest or whatever, it's still worth it just to look at the different rooms and be like, oh hey, look at how well this was drawn.
Well, the visual acts, because my friend had an old IBM AT, and we had CGA.
This one hurts. This one actually hurts these days.
Space Quest 7,
Yeah, a little bit.
So, Trolls, really quickly, I seem to remember that there is a game that's coming out that's a spiritual successor to Space Quest, and it's I haven't heard about it yet.
They're supposedly working on it.
Let's not go there.
Actually, I do
It's
still have an
coming
update.
out.
I still have an update on that. I got a long explanation from Chris Pope, and I'm actually, the only reason it hasn't come out yet is because I'm actually waiting for Mark Crow to pipe in himself. And once that happens... Yeah, Space Pope wrote me a long update about, just basically the history of Space Venture, why it was late, and the problems they ran into, and that they're still working on the game and all that. What the fuck happened here?
Hey, Charles, can I just interject here? Like some of the theories that you and I've thrown around, was any of my theories correct, or are you just too drunk that you couldn't remember at the time?
What was it? One of them was that they got addicted to meth, and the other was I don't know, dude. None of them. Basically, the short story is that, the game is really, really late, and they ran into a lot of problems, and they vastly underestimated the budget, but they're not out of money, and it is getting made, and they're working on it in their spare time, and it will be released. So that's pretty much it.
So I can relate to that.
If I can just interject for 30 seconds.
No.
But yeah, if it weren't for Space Venture, I wouldn't have met Trolls.
That's true.
Well, everything happens for a reason, right? I mean, they made these games like 20, 30 years ago, and we're all here just celebrating it.
Yeah.
And that's all because of T-Man too. Like it's the effort and the awesomeness that everyone that you guys put in the Discord. Like I'm just some arsehole that chimes in every now and again. But guys, thank you so much for all your effort. It's just been.
I just like to show everybody is here and that they can actually take a joke. You know what I mean? I say Simpsons jokes in the other server, and they're like, "We're taking this game seriously, please." It's like, okay, sorry. I tried to have fun.
I can't imagine this. We're playing this game seriously in a Space Quest.
Right.
There is.
I just meant like another game server.
Could you imagine if you had like some real uptight dude playing this stream right now, and he's like, we're all talking shit, and it's just like, dude, I'm trying to read fucking dialogue. Like that'd be.
Yeah, you guys
are
so
probably
distracting.
missing the point here. Yeah, the only time I got really, really angry was when I kept losing the Nukem Dukem robots thing.
You smartly.
Even
by the way,
that was kind of fun.
Dave Atkinson in the chat.
What the heck is this?
The Dirty Spoon. For those of you who don't know, Dave Atkinson is one of the co-founders of Giggle Horse Games, the company that's making the game that I'm doing the music for, called Absolute Zero. And they flew me over to Seattle to meet Scott Murphy a couple of years ago and hang out at the Sierra Party and the PAX West and all that shit. It was fucking great.
Cool.
And they're awesome people. The only caveat to that whole experience was that I would have to spend the weekend spooning with Dave in a hotel room in a single bed. He was surprisingly gentle.
Wait. Every time someone says spooning, I think about Zoidberg when they went camping on Futurama. And he's like, "Hey, Fry," he goes like, "Hey, Fry, would you like to join me and Hermes this morning for some just friends?"
Just friends.
Well,
Charles, I'm guessing you were the big spoon because you are one of the tallest people I've ever met. But.
A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell, obviously, but I'll just say
there are no rules when it comes to spooning, except don't spoon
I'm kind of under
the rules in a tickle fight.
I'm kind of under the impression that what was his name, David? You said?
Yeah, Dave.
Stellar Santiago.
Yeah. Did he just go? He smells so good, and then you just went. I'll be listening. It's okay.
Let's just say that we were open to experimentation.
Patreon people get to see it on video.
Yeah, there's that.
Honestly, one thing I will say about the whole taking yourself seriously thing, there's an old quote I remember. It's particularly good about that. Take what you do seriously, never take yourself seriously. And especially for something comedic like this, take the humor seriously, take the work seriously, don't take yourself seriously, or you'll just kill it.
Yeah, and I mean, credit goes to Ken Williams, who would allow himself to be ridiculed on a fairly regular basis in games that came out of his own company. I mean, we looked at the Space Quest 5 manual earlier. Baby born with one head, and it's Ken Williams' head. And he's in every Al Lowe game, and he still continues to. Professional nudist pro golfer Al Lowe. I'm just gonna work that in until it becomes canon, and then Al Lowe has to send me an email going, "I've never golfed in the nude," and I went, "Really? Want to start?"
It's like from what you're saying there, Trolls, is like because I remember, I don't remember how, but I found Chris Pope interviewing Jim Walls, and then I found him interviewing Mark Crow, Scott Murphy, and then yourself, and that's how I got onto your podcast. Many. Jeez, I feel old, but but I remember like they were doing the Space Quest 3 playthrough, and Ken and Roberta jumped in via text, and then it's pretty much Scott Murphy just saying to Roberta, "Hey, do you remember that time we were picking on Ken? And do you remember that time we were doing this?" Like, and half the time was just taking the piss on Ken. And I'm just like, and I'm just like, man, if you can run a multi-million-dollar company or whatever it was in the day, and still have that thick skin where you can, but yeah, no doubt, like, for me personally, it seems like Ken might have been a little bit of a gentleman. Like, I reckon he would have thrown a lot of shit back towards everyone, but he just won't tell anyone that.
No, Ken was. I mean, it's in his book. It's no secret. Ken would work you as hard as he could. He was under. Ken had this philosophy that if you weren't willing to put in your weekends or wake up at 4 a.m. and you know, there are winners and there are losers. He was that kind of guy back in the day. And that's just how that is. I surround myself with A people, not B or C or F people or whatever it was. So people made fun of him, and he allowed them to because he knew he was getting his money's worth in the other end.
Yeah. Oh, that's like me and my business, mate. Like we all sit there and hang shit off each other all the time. Just I just don't care. Just do your fucking job. Like that's my philosophy. So yeah.
That's the part of the game I don't like.
This is where the
third fuel tank is as closed.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I don't like organic levels.
Yeah, this part of the game takes a weird turn.
You're gonna love this sound effect.
Speaking of weird turns,
is there something you would put in text somewhere, or is there something you need to ask me? Inspired.
Ask. I just wondering. You've played Quest for Glory 5, obviously, right?
Yes,
I've played them all. Hell, what the hell are you doing, Raj?
What the heck?
I don't believe I clicked that.
Oh, good job. There you go.
You died.
Is the Save Your Store dialogue? Is the Save Your Store dialogue the same as all the classic Sierra adventures?
Yes.
No.
Well, pretty
not
much.
in Quest for Glory 5.
I'm sorry, in Quest for Glory 5. Sorry.
Yeah, it's still basically have save, you have restore, you have that. But if you die, it's restart, restore, quit. You can literally backtrack.
Oh.
So yeah, but when you go to load a game, does the same style window come up?
What the fuck did he just do?
It has.
You walked around an invisible obstacle.
Yeah, he did.
It has a file select that looks different.
Walked around in a circle.
See, the reason we're not allowing you to continue your conversation in peace is because you're talking about Quest for Glory, and I don't know if you've noticed, but we're playing Space Quest.
Because
come on.
I was trying to figure out when the last game was that had the same looking Save Restore dialogue, and I think it was Mask of Eternity. Since King's Quest 4 to Mask of Eternity. I was wondering if it would have been Space Quest, but then I remembered Mask of Eternity.
It's still basically a restore one of these saves, but I don't think there's actually a file
It doesn't look
limit.
the same.
Yeah, I don't think it even has a file limit like the other ones do, where you hit 20 and that's it. You need a new directory. You cannot have a new directory in Quest for Glory 5
Eidolon
Trolls,
in the chat
speed
says
is killing me here.
I know. It's gonna get more and more fun the longer we get into the game. Eidolon says, Stella's been snacking on stables. There's a persistent fan theory that Stella has pica, and it will become much more evident when we get into her digestive system.
The thing that actually annoys me about this part is if you've actually seen the size of a human esophagus compared to the Twinkie and compared to how he gets extracted at the end, it makes no. I'm going to be very rude here, but no fucking sense at all.
I mean, considering this makes no sense in terms of physics or chemistry over the history of the series, why would you be surprised biology is senseless as well?
Where is the light coming from?
That's also an excellent point.
She sleeps with her mouth open.
Or in the air.
Oval Copper is heading out. Okay, so Alexander, yes, the game speed or the walking speed is really, well, unintentionally humorous. But if
the meth levels.
Yeah, if we didn't, we'd be here all night. Also, have a look at these animations of him crawling through various openings and shit. This is where the animation just went down to King's Quest 7 level. Of just, you know what, 3 frames will do.
6 level.
I think this is where Scott Murphy was handed the reins and he just had enough and just wanted this done.
Yeah.
Is this where you get into fuck it, ship it mode? I've been there many times.
I mean, a lot of Space Quest 6 was
Josh
fuck
quit,
it and
right?
ship. Yeah. A lot of Space Quest 6 was
up
fuck it
on
and ship it.
We're coming up on the worm too, and that's ridiculously slow.
And there's like no interaction responses at all.
No,
It's very unlike the first 2 acts of the game.
Except for when you land on the stomach and you look at the background and Roger just has a lengthy conversation with the narrator about how he's a man trapped in the body of a woman, and it gets really weird, and you just go, right, that was a 4 a.m. writing session right there.
Yes, this is why you hate this game, is because they break the fourth wall, and you really hate that. I remember your old review of this game.
I mean, I'm not against breaking the fourth wall per se. Space Quest 4
You
did it
aren't?
brilliantly.
Okay.
Space Quest 4 did it brilliantly because you go through different sequels, and why is this not? Oh, right, there you go. That's brilliant fourth wall breaking. What I don't like is Roger conversing with the narrator, because then you get into that whole meta thing of is the narrator
him
a voice
or
in his
is it the
head?
narrator? Yeah.
I like when the narrator's just separate from the entire. The narrator's like an entity between the player and the game world. I like that a little better, because then and all the fucking fan games, well, except for Incinerations, all the fucking fan games have this thing where Roger at some point gets in an argument with the narrator, and it's just
that Incinerations games is just fucking brilliant.
I mean, that mechanical flatulence line is probably the funniest in the game.
I was talking about that. We were talking about that Deadpool game before that came out before the movie, because they just wanted to make a Deadpool game, and one of the first couple of things that happens is the narrator starts talking to you, and Deadpool's like, sorry. Anyway, the narrator starts talking to you. The narrator starts talking to you, and Deadpool's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Just a voice in your head."
Man, I've never seen these animations run so smoothly in my life.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised myself, because this is running in DOSBox, and I have to keep an eye on the cycles, because as we all know, this game will fuck itself sideways all the way from here to Monday if the cycles are set too high. But if you set them too low, then the game runs like as, and all the FMVs are in half screen and blah. So there's oh, sorry.
No, after you.
No, I'm just gonna say the bit with the tapeworm is coming up, but crawling down to the tapeworm might result in a screen scrolling bug where Roger just gets stuck in black limbo and the game soft locks. So that'll be fun if that happens.
Some of these 3D graphics we're seeing here, it brings to mind a game I think, I don't know, it would make for a fun Halloween playthrough, but only that. What was it called? Drowned God. From 1996, Drowned God. It's a puzzle adventure game, something about aliens. I don't know. I've only heard bits and pieces about it.
Cool. What recommendation?
But from what I've seen, it's spooky. It's weird. It's strange. By a man named Harry Horse or something.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Just look into it. I'm not doing it justice. It's the idea is you're going to figure out the real origin of humanity.
Okay.
All of human history is a lie. And that's it. And there was going to be a sequel, and then things didn't work out because the creator, from what I understand, met an unfortunate end. But
Sounds like
Dun, dun.
Tuesday.
It sounds like I have no mouth and I must scream. That was just unfortunate.
Where? Oh shit! I forgot one. I forgot a thing.
Sorry, your reaction there, mate, was just priceless. Oh man, that's awesome.
What lovely dithering patterns, though, on these screens, I must say.
The fact that they did this all in Paint Shop Pro, just wow.
Really?
No, I'm pretty sure these are all 3D rendered.
No,
I'm pretty sure these are all 3D rendered.
No, most of the backgrounds are drawn with a mouse on screen.
Wow.
Yeah,
on screen.
I was positive they were 3D rendered.
Nah, the 3D rendering is mostly character animations like the Waitron at the bar, and of course the cutscenes of him flying through space. But this is all hand drawn on screen with a mouse, not a drawing tablet.
How do they do it? How? Oh, all right.
I have a newfound respect for this game.
It took for fucking
Patience
ever.
and time. Patience and time. That's all it is. Mind you,
I
though,
know
if
you
you're
guys.
gonna-
I know you guys are like, hey, this is a fucking ship it moment, but like, I'm just looking at all these custom animations here. It's just like, man, there's a lot of work in here still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Even that's the thing. Even Sierra games that we can criticize viciously usually has something great to it.
Which is all of them. Like, could anyone put up their hand and say, I've never been frustrated playing a Sierra game, like, ever?
No.
Oh, why do you think the 900 number existed, sir?
Okay,
Really?
deep breath.
Darn
Deep
you,
breath.
Captain Kirby, and your
Deep
ability
breath,
to play
everyone.
cards better than me.
We're gonna see if the worm fucks us. I
If
didn't
I,
mean to say it like that, but oh fuck!
Sorry.
Yeah,
fuck you.
the worm fucked us. We're in limbo. This is what
Can I
happens
save
if
it?
the computer
Oh,
speeds too
yeah.
fast.
Thank you, worm.
Yeah. Thank you, worm.
You're welcome.
Even the fucking load screen.
worm, huh?
Oh,
I not
oh,
let you
thanks.
ride the worm.
And we're back to
worm.
Slash Fix.
All right, so
Jesus.
down to
Please
15
don't
seconds.
ask him.
the worm.
What's the age rating on this stream?
As
75
68.
minimum.
kids not allowed.
42.
There we go. There we go.
Thank you, David G, for the $5 Canadian. Thank you so much. Appreciate the run through. No worries, man.
I think it's more with the rating of this Discord is just have some form of sense.
I think the main thing to take away from the Discord is if you go into the vortex, then the age limit is just 5 years more than whatever you are, and everything else is rated T for teen.
31.
Wait, this is a vortex. Where I thought it was in the Chrono stream.
Oh, you're in the Chrono stream. The vortex is on the Discord, and just don't go in the vortex.
Aren't we the same age? Can you not make me feel older than what I already am? Like,
The vortex is safe for no audiences. You know that they have movie trailers that are approved for all audiences. The vortex is approved for no audiences.
Yes.
That sounds like my kind of audience.
It kind of reminds me of Futurama or whatever when they go like back in time and they all like and they all start or like getting younger as they're going back in time, right?
Mm-hmm. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I think I've already done
The professor's
things
like, oh, I'm
above and
35
beyond
again.
the Call of Duty.
Oh crap, I'm too
Hey,
young
a guy
to
has to
rent
draw the line
Ultra
somewhere,
Force.
and gosh,
Mhm.
this guy
I
love the bit. I love the bit in that scene when he's when Farnsworth becomes a hippie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charles, you go.
Oh, sorry, I just love the bit where if you try and walk to the left here, Roger goes, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I've gone above and beyond the line of duty. And then the narrator goes, you've never even met her mother.
Is this a butt joke? Is this a butt joke?
Yeah, because he's at the appendix, so if he goes left, he's in her colon. And he just goes, you've never even met her mother. That's a good line, and that's not. I mean, it teeters on the brink of tastelessness, but they also it's sort of sweet and adorable at the same time. Like he just goes, right, I may be romantically interested, but let's just hold off on the internal butt fucking until we get to dinner.
So Charles, I'm literally going to ruin that theory for you because the colon's at least 30 centimeters long. I don't think Roger has that girth or length.
That's true. Well, he's.
It's just overkill.
Yeah. You like to ride the worm, eh? All right, let us.
They had a Family Guy
Z
episode
worm.
recently where they started the episode, right? And Quagmire's like, I have colon cancer, and Peter's like, I just sat down here. Why would you open with that?
So
Anyways.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to say something about colons?
Let's let this continue so our good friend can go to sleep.
I just wanted to have a moment of respectful admiration for Gary Owens' delivery of the following lines when you try to get back on the worm.
So you like the worm, huh? You like to ride the worm, huh? I let you ride the worm.
So good. It's so good.
I miss that guy. He should have never died.
I just love the idea of asking this revered radio announcer who's been like Space Ghost and just a veteran of his craft to say, I let you ride the worm.
Well, he's the guy who loved making fun of himself. Like I said, he was on an episode of Aqua Teen, and they go right up to him like, Gary, how'd you get this job? I was available.
Yeah.
He starts going on rants and narrating things, and the other characters are like, Gary, focus up.
That's what I was talking about before. With
work
if
is
you
serious,
watch,
the person isn't.
Watch the documentary called The Lunch, and it's just him and his mates talking shit. Like really, really nice dude. And if you listen to the Tech Jives podcast, where they're interviewing Gary Owens, like he's just a nice dude, like.
Yeah, and you know every photo you see of Gary Owens, he always has like his hand up to his ear and he's cupping his ear, which is an old radio announcer trick, so you can like hear your own voice. You see singers performing on stage and they have their finger in their ear. That's because then they can hear themselves over the noise. Gary Owens does the same thing, but he's constantly he says he was constantly asked, "Why do you cup your ear like that?" And his response was always, "To keep the termites warm."
Nice.
By the way, whoever you're in right now, I can't keep track of the story. I'm sorry.
Stellar. That's also that
I feel
phrase
like
is just suspect in every way.
You neatly replaced.
I feel like you'd have to, pull back on her collar to keep her out of the trash. No, down. No.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I mean. The pervasive fan theory that Stella has pica.
Perhaps I'd get farther if I.
Oh fuck you, Roger.
I feel like it's a little more than that at this point, considering everything in her gut.
Yeah, like why does she have a buckazoid in that?
Oh, this joke here, cracked by the numbnut guys, is a reference to the leak of Space Quest 4 beta. Which was released by the humble guys who were anything but.
Nobody who puts humble in their name is.
And the funny thing is, much like Space Quest 4, which was released, the beta, the crack version was released before the actual game was released by this cracker group. And the joke here is that Dr. Bellows wrote this subroutine program like literally minutes before he shoved Roger's ship into the miniaturizer, and it was already cracked by the time he got the CD in his hand, like literally 5 minutes after.
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah, those cracking groups were pretty quick back in the day.
Yeah, it's like Skyrim was cracked before it was available on the Pirate Bay before anyone was actually able to officially download it.
I think Half-Life 2 was leaked like a couple months before it was supposed to release, and it was way different than the final product.
Inside.
Oh, mate, like,
Pete, thank you so much for the $20, man. Last week I finished the original playthrough series. I was sad it was over. Then this talk about log. Thanks, Time Jack. You know what, dude? Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. I mean, I've had a fucking blast. I know it's like 6 a.m. in a minute. I think I can finish this before 6 a.m. By the way.
Yeah, Charles. Look, mate. Sorry to say this, but this sounds like a you problem. Just keep playing the game. Just go.
Yeah, stop worrying about time, man. We're just having fun.
Yeah, no, everybody here is having a good time. You got a good group of folks here, and obviously you got a good.
Oh fucking hell! What just happened? Did you guys see him just zip across that crevice? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Come on, you weakling.
Man.
Hello. What is that?
This is
There's
this
a
is where I
sound in
got
my
back the
left
Three
ear.
Stooges.
Almost like Laurel and Hardy or something.
Is is it going woo, woo?
Yeah, there's this thing going woo in my left ear. Can you hear that?
Yep.
Oh, I can hear it too.
It went away. No, there's
Jabba's the dog.
What the hell is that?
Who's Jabba's? Jabba's?
I'm Jabbers.
You
Hi,
took a
Jabbers.
gallstone
That's
at
me.
one of the robots.
No, but
Every time I hear that woo noise, it's coming from your audio highlight.
No, because Discord chat is mono, so it wouldn't just be
It's
in the
the
left
game.
ear. It's the game.
No, I'm magic. It's totally me. I'm doing this.
Chuck another goal.
How are you doing this?
Also, I just want to say it's been a couple years since I played this game, but man, the moon logic is fucking with me here. Like, how does any of this even work?
You chuck one gallstone at a robot,
bro. It's if anything. It's just
and then the other, and then they push each other. It's a Three Stooges kind of thing.
Yeah.
The question I have is, why would you give nanites the emotional capacity to be angry with each other?
I'll bet that.
So they could monitor each other?
Yeah, but isn't
Lowbrow comedy.
So that they can establish who is friend and who is foe.
Well, you know,
everyone
they
is
talked about
foe,
that. They had a joke,
Including
about
the other
Simpsons.
nanites?
They had a joke
so-
about that on Simpsons where they like burned out the guy's lab or whatever,
shit.
and a robot comes running out and he goes, "Why? Why was I programmed to feel pain?"
Yeah, I love that. Hey, Avuzal, how are you doing with this screen? How's Trix? How's Trix, man?
That's working.
It's what? It's okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you hated the gooey internal stuff.
As cool as it probably.
Oh, come on,
It's
you
not
piece
for
of shit.
everybody.
Well, you know what I mean.
This is probably the grossest screen in the whole game. You're inside the brain, and these metal girders are straining against the brain tissue, and
It's like a fantastic voice.
Fuck off, please.
And yet somehow I'm still very hungry.
Gotta love it.
Are you
I'm hungry as well.
What are you cooking?
Nothing.
What are we doing?
Oh, Laurel.
Why do you think that?
Sorry,
Why
I
do you think
said
I'm
Three
hungry?
Guys?
Stooges. It's a Laurel and Hardy
Guys,
joke.
yesterday was my first day of COVID freedom, and
Nice.
I had for breakfast.
Would you fuck off, please?
I had pulled pork with jalapeno peppers on it, and a poached egg with avocado, and it was a fucking shit.
Would you not
I'll
knock
call
on my
that
game boxes, please?
That hurts like a. Jeez.
Oh,
What's
my
going
cat
on?
is really
that
attention
big
hungry
robot?
for some reason. I've been cuddling him all night, and I'm covered in cat fur now, and he's still being an egotistical little bitch, and now he's walking on my game boxes. No, kitty. And then he tried to lie down on my mouse hand. Bad kitty. Not at 6
The robot
a.m.,
keeps
kitty.
looking at you like it's doing whatever it's
From
doing,
what
and
I
it just
know
glances
of
at you
your
every now and then.
history,
Bloody, 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 blah. Yeah, you're a big scary monster. Where is my mouse pointer?
It feels like.
Why
Top left
did,
of the screen.
why did
Top
my...
left hand side.
I can't move the mouse. The mouse
Control
is gone.
Oh, nice.
This game
Nice.
is
I'm
just
playing this
punishing
one
you
game.
for being.
Hey, Charles. Hey, Charles. Do you know how much you like that sleep? Best you start again.
Oh, there it goes. Hey, there's a similar bug in King's Quest 7 where it also gets stuck. I never saw this in.
That's a problem. You play King's Quest 7.
But I never saw this bug in Space Quest 6. Where the? I can't move the mouse. I can only move the mouse up and down. I can't move it left and right. If I escape the mouse from DOSBox, it works fine. So this is a Space Quest 6 bug. I am going to have to restart the game because it will not let me move the mouse.
Oh
This
no,
is-
where'd you save it last?
Oh no,
well,
you
I
didn't
saved
save it,
last.
did you?
Oh yeah,
It doesn't want it to end.
Can you keyboard save it? Can you like
Oh
control
yeah, I can
S?
keyboard save, but I mean the last one I have is here, so I think we're
Oh,
good.
okay, it's not
we're
too
good.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not too far off.
So,
Yeah.
fucking programming, man.
So
I
really
hear it's a bitch.
while you're restarting the game and getting everything going, Trolls, I just want to say, dude, congratulations, man. You figured out the YouTube algorithm. You've got a series of videos here that everybody loves.
No, they
Also, I think they're fucking brilliant of what you did with King's Quest, and man, like, just congrats. Like, just how you've
thanks.
been able to do all this stuff, and it's good work. And the funny thing is, I show it to like other people who are like are into adventure games but don't know a lot about Sierra games, and they think it's funny too. Now they're like, oh, I kind of want to like see what this game's all about. You know, it's like, so good job, man.
Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. No, I did not figure the YouTube algorithm out at all. I have no idea. I think I just struck luck. The Ken Williams thing helped, of course, and the Game Grumps thing helped, of course. But the thing that actually holds all of this together is the community, and that's why I'm doing this playthrough with the voice chat open. Is because the reason we're still going and the reason why everything is so much fun for me still is because the community, especially on the HK's Discord and the YouTube comments, it's just fucking phenomenal. So everyone is in the voice chat and in the Discord.
As Pete Tolman would say, the community.
The community.
Well, you know what? You know, my dad said it best. He says, if you look for reasons to feel bad, you'll find them. You'll also find reasons to feel good if you look hard enough for them. And there's a lot of Discord communities that are just so toxic, right? Like, I joined a community a few years ago called Space Game Junkie because, you know, they said, oh, we play Space Quest, oh, we play Star Trek games. So I'm like, okay, cool, sounds like my kind of people. And then they would like they would say, oh, join us for a Discord party on Saturday, right? And then there would only be like 3 of them in a private room playing, and the rest of us are just left there in the lobby, you know, watching the stream, but we're not allowed in the room to talk to the guy.
Fucking sucks, man.
Right. And
What the hell?
and then I say to the server owner, I'm like, hey, I was gonna stop by and chat with you for a few minutes, but I couldn't get into your voice chat. He goes like, oh yeah, we keep that closed because we want to avoid trolls and stuff. And I'm like,
I'm not even in there.
Yeah, exactly. So what's his
Trolls?
No,
Trolls?
but I'm,
Trolls?
I'm,
Sorry. Trolls, pun jail now. Pun jail
You can't put me in pun jail. I made pun jail. I control
pun jail now.
Him in pun jail if he's the one that has the keys to it.
No, but anyway, so I just tried talking to him, like, and I wasn't even like being mean. I was just saying, like, hey, I tried to stop by your voice channel, but I couldn't get in. And he goes like, oh yeah, we keep it closed because of trolls. We don't want people to like mess with our server. I'm like, oh okay. It's just weird because you said to me, oh hey, it's a party, you're all invited, and then there was like only 3 of you in a room. And then he went on he starts lecturing me and telling me how I don't know how hard it is to run a Discord server, and I should be more patient with people and all this other stuff.
MacGyver
wishes
okay. Me.
I don't even know.
It
but
was bound to
then a couple days later,
never-ending battle.
A couple days later, his
was once again
he and his group say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have another Discord party on Thursday, and we're gonna be playing whatever we're playing. Come join us, have fun with us." And I say, "Okay, yeah, sure, sounds like a good time." So you go in there on Thursday, same thing. You can't get into voice chat.
Hey,
and then the people in the lobby are saying like, hey, we can't get into voice chat. We'd love to come to the party, but you know we can't get into voice chat. And then his like co-admin says something like, oh well, yeah, we keep that closed because of trolls. And I'm like, sorry, I just love that.
Dang it, trolls! You keep ruining everything for everybody.
I know. I just keep on that.
But you know what? I just said I deal on fact. Right, so I say to the people, I'm just like, well, it's not really a party if there's only like 2 of you in the room. That's just like, you know. And
yeah, I saw.
I got kicked from the server and they all blocked me. And I'm thinking like, wow, talk about your overreactions.
It depends on the nature of the party.
Hang on, just briefly, Alex. Holy fucking shit, man! Holy fucking shit.
It's the least I could do, man. I've been watching your shit for like the last 2 years, and it's like I haven't paid a single dime. Fuck, man. You deserve it.
Nice.
Congrats.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Dude, get on Patreon. Do some good, man.
No, dude. He's done it. He's done more than enough here. Also, Alex, it's been lovely.
No. This is about you tonight. This is about you. It's not about me.
No,
this is about you.
The reason why we even got audio mixing that's not fucking terrible is because Alex fixed my audio setup here.
Thank you.
Yes, Alex is good folk, but holy fucking shit, dude.
I just realized like I've never contributed to any of your stuff monetarily, and it's like, dude, why not? I can afford it.
Dude, you never have to, but super nice of you. Thank you so much. Holy shit.
Now my silly little name's gonna be up there at the end of the game. You carry us out, trolls. This is about you. I'm just here to celebrate you and the work you do, and I love the work you do. That's it.
The thing that shits me about this scene is when he says
It is a miracle.
you eat like a goat. Now goats can eat fucking everything. She could clearly not digest coins, celery, pills.
He didn't say you digest like a goat.
Oh, Adam Molesky, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You want an animal that can digest anything? Get a hyena. They eat you. All that's going to be left is your butt button.
Roger,
Come on. David G, yes, I have a Patreon. Patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian.
Strange feeling.
You don't have to, but it's nice if you want to. Things have been a little shit recently. I mean, they started shit, then they got really good. They started shit at the start of the year, then they got better because everyone rallied together and the Patreon swelled and all of that. I got really great support. Then my wife got an actual job. Now I'm getting fired from my job in the next 3 months, so things are back to being shit. So
well, that's what I was saying. It's like, dude, you need any dollar you can. Like, you're raising a family, you're trying to make it all work, and you're playing Space Quest games. You're playing on like hardest fucking mode, man. You got this tall mountain to climb. Everybody should be donating a couple bucks if they've got it. It's just like a coffee or something. Like, you don't have to put in a lot of, but if a lot of us put in a little, it makes a big difference.
Well,
guys,
I get the problem with finding work though, because I've had that same struggle. Like, I'm a guy who has his degree, has like a couple degrees in computer science, right? And like, I'll go to a job for like a basic level office job, and they're like, "We don't have evidence you know how to use a computer or
Why don't you just tell me? Boy, some fun.
It's like,
I guess
and they're like, "Oh, your degree means nothing." It's like, or I say stuff like, "Oh, I've had a computer in my house since the late '80s."
Anyway,
and they'll be like,
Sorry.
"Oh, that doesn't mean anything because it's not actually a job."
Fuck off. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
I've been there,
So,
man.
I mean, I'm watching my own gaming studios. I'll tell you what, trolls. We need a guy to do music and sound effects, among other things. So.
Oh, me?
You want a job? Yeah.
Shit. I'd be happy to DM me. Let's talk.
Sure. Not right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, sure. I probably will not answer you right away. Might have to catch a few winks. But yeah, sure. Let's talk. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be fun.
I'm totally gonna frame that vinyl, by the way. It's going right up on my wall.
Thanks. Cheers.
Many questions remain.
And David G in the chat, thank you so much. Says he'll join the Patreon, his first ever Patreon.
When she hears of his new friend in
oh
Roger's
shit,
life.
yeah. Okay.
Please, just everyone, donate $1 to this fucking legend right here. Just fucking do it.
I know.
It's all good, man.
It's just fun to finally actually meet you, right? I think I talked to you briefly on Facebook. Yeah, I think I briefly talked to you on Facebook once or twice, and then that was about it. But I've read your articles for like years, you know, going back decades. I've read like the things you've written, stuff, the stuff you've done, and then I finally got to meet you. It's like, awesome.
Dude. This is how we felt when we went to PAX, and now people are doing it to you, man.
I'm I'm a lost for words here. I'm not used to any of that. No, seriously, guys, this is just
Charles, do you remember like 6 years ago when I met you and I said you're a fucking celebrity to me, and you just kind of went all bashful?
Yeah, that's
this is what they're doing too.
Yeah, I know. It's the same feeling all over again.
So like prison sex, shut the fuck up and take it.
Oh God!
Oh whoa!
Yeah, dark in a hurry.
Fucking
you
hell!
Want it darker?
Right.
We went
Did you
there.
hear about the animator who killed himself? Yeah, he couldn't draw his own breath.
Oh fuck off!
I'm pretty sure that Trolls has my seal of approval.
Oh yeah.
All right. So that we are Stooge Fighter code Vishlub. And also
like I said, I'm launching my own gaming studio. For anyone who's interested, DM me and we'll see what we can do as far as jobs go. But anybody who's in my crew gets a shout out. So like you'll have something like named for you, and then there's also like references to my entire friend circle and my family and all sorts of things. And some people go like, "What's all those names on the supercomputer? What's that mean? What's this mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's a guy I know. Oh, that's a girl I know."
And if
Nice.
I ever get my name on any of these, you could say that's some bitch I know. Some bitch Jeffrey's the dog.
Some bitch I met in the Space Quest server.
What would I call you?
And then people will be like, "What's Space Quest?"
Not
that's
like
the
why are
worst.
you calling her a bitch? She's like, what's Space Quest?
I mean.
I'm not. It's just I'm just reusing the word.
I would say some Space Quest fan.
Jabbers the dog. That's the joke.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Oh, but
Weird.
seriously,
I found out people in the UK use that word a lot more liberally than Americans do. They'll just say, "Oh, some bitch is running across the street." You go outside and there's a lost dog, and you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, we get that in Australia too. We like if you get the people out in the country, the term bitch means dog, but if you get it in the city, they're very kind of Americanized style, and yeah, it's kind of hard to explain how the English language works.
Yeah,
but you know,
I think Darth Helmet said that in Australia, if someone calls you mate, they're looking for a fight. If someone calls you cunt, you're best friends.
Nice.
Hey,
there's
shut the fuck up.
There's
no, mate. That
But he's from Perth, so there's that. And you're from Melbourne, different ends of the country.
No, but I call my dad cunt. Like we're best buddies.
Hold on, I gotta play the sound for you.
I got news for you. That ain't esports.
All right, I'll shut up.
Oh boy.
Called my brother, and that didn't go well.
I don't know how many of you guys saw Breaking Bad, but
yes,
one guy on there was constantly saying bitch, right? So they did it a couple years ago for the Emmys. They did a skit where he's running a pawn shop, and Elaine from Seinfeld comes in and tries to sell one of her Emmys, right? And then the dog runs into screen across the camera, and she goes, "Oh, that's a cute dog. Is it a boy or a girl?" And the guy's just like, "Bitch."
What? Okay, well, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who played Elaine, is one of the funniest ladies on television. If you ever seen Veep, she just fucking kills it every single time. She's so funny.
She was just in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show that came out earlier this year, and she looks exactly the same as she does on
she doesn't age. It's like voodoo magic.
Yeah, so
gotta be.
Is she like a Keanu Reeves? She's like the immortal 50-year-old, just.
Or like Sir Patrick Stewart, who looks the same now as he did when he was in Next Generation.
I am such a big, I'm a big Star Trek fan. We were talking about
the funniest thing. Sorry, guys, I got to tell you this really, really, really funny story. My mate Dave, who I've known since I was 10, so I've known him for 30-something odd years. He's a huge Star Trek fan, massive Picard fan. And whenever we do a Halloween party, because I have the bit, I go as Riker, he goes as Picard. And the new woman that he's dating, her dad, who he has not met yet, looks like Patrick Stewart with a fucking goatee, and
Patrick Stewart.
Mirror universe.
Yeah.
No, but I had such a man crush on this guy already. I'm just like, oh, Dave's gonna be so excited. Yeah, I was giggling. He goes, "What the fuck are you talking about, mate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just trust me. When you meet your daughter's new boyfriend, he's gonna fucking love you." It was just, it was so awesome.
So Trolls, how long you been streaming for? It was 12 hours now, 13 hours. You gotta be pretty tired, man.
In a minute,
15 hours flat.
In 40 seconds, I will have been streaming for 13 hours straight.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Hey, Trolls, buddy, pal.
What up?
Let's make it 15.
Why would you be so mean?
Fucking fan games!
I'll let the men sleep.
Let's not. I have to pick up my wife and kids in, I don't know, 6 hours or so.
There's more important things to deal with than us.
No, but seriously, thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of this marathon stream. It was fantastic. It was exactly what I needed. I needed to chill out and play my favorite games and just shoot the shit with like-minded weirdos. And thank you guys so much for being here for that.
It was great.
And fuck, I wish I could stay, but it's been a while.
Go to bed.
A little tired. It's
Sleep.
the lights came on outside, so yeah, I should probably have a little kip, and I'll see you guys around the Chrono stream. Have a good one.
Dream of tiny robot metal butts.